Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Feels so good to be back.
Finally.
What's up, everybody?
We are live.
Beautiful. What's up,
Very
Zach?
nice. Very nice.
What's up, Brian? What's up, Vinny?
What's going on?
My name's Will. What's up? We are Guys Talking Fights, episode 26.
Something. The GTF Podcast. This is
I
the
think
GTF
we're 26,
Podcast.
which, by the way, is my lucky number.
26.
Corona
In
edition.
case you guys weren't. Yeah, 26.
Is this the Corona edition or the Modelo edition?
Right now, Modelo.
Gentlemen,
Modelo.
would
Thank
you like to
Thanks to
explain?
Vinny.
Cervezas, por favor.
Yeah, we got some official Modelo Especial of the beer of the UFC. Right
Sweet.
here today.
Sweet.
So
To
if
celebrate
anybody,
our reunion.
Anybody get sick of the COVID? Sick
Anybody
from the COVID?
did
Sick
Corona?
against it?
I was gonna say, get sick of it.
I
I
COVID?
think a lot of
The
people got sick
coronavirus?
of it.
I didn't get coronavirus, at least I don't think
me
I did.
neither.
Huh? Vinny?
Yeah, right.
You
At
get
least
the
I don't think I
coronavirus?
did.
I don't think I
I
did.
did not have the Rona.
Me neither.
I
Zach,
walked
did
into
you?
a store yesterday and they took my temperature.
How are
Really?
you? Were you
What
good?
store?
Oh, I was fine. That was a smoke shop.
I actually,
okay.
I think I go get tested tomorrow.
For Corona?
Yeah.
AIDS?
Why?
Just because the girl I'm talking to,
Feline AIDS?
her parents have a camp, and they want me to get tested before I go into that camp.
Okay.
Even
where,
though, like,
where are you going to go?
one of those testing sites.
What camp is it?
Seems
Is
like
it like
where, though?
America
It's a-
Top Team or AKA?
Well, I'm a Greg Jackson type of guy.
Do they know it stays in your semen for several months
Couture?
afterwards?
It
Extreme,
does.
Extreme
Yeah.
Oh,
Couture
sweet.
with Francis Ngannou?
A lot of women are gonna be dead then.
So keep that semen to yourself, mister.
A lot of women are gonna be dead to dead.
This thing's
Pumping
loaded.
women through full of corona.
Just pumping them.
Some for you.
For you.
they know what you're going to do with their daughters. You're like, you get tested before you go up there with her, okay?
Not for STDs.
Yeah.
Just for corona.
I mean, if you got STDs, it's okay, but make sure you don't have coronavirus.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
How do you guys feel about this whole thing before we move on any farther to like
about
fights and shit?
coronavirus?
I'm gonna have.
About kind of like how far we've been like quarantined and businesses opening up and you gotta wear your mask if you go out. Because me and Gab we went to dinner tonight. It was beautiful. We went to the retreat down in Liverpool and it was great. You could sit inside or outside. They just had people spaced apart and
Did your
it
server
felt
wear a
pretty
mask?
normal. What's that?
Did your server wear a mask?
Server wore a mask and you had to wear a mask until you got to your table and then you could take off your mask. Yeah, we had drinks.
I think I'd
we had
feel okay
dinner,
with that.
like it was a full menu and everything. It was like normal
Because
shit.
I'm with all the people that I'd be at dinner with for the most part anyway. So that
Yeah.
even if I am asymptomatic with it, then I'm only passing it around to other people that
Mhm.
I'm supposedly have been asymptomatic with.
I'm gonna have a demonstration of how I feel about it later.
Oh, yeah? Perfect.
Later in the podcast.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
You do know what it means.
Chug-a-lug,
Nervous.
chug-a-lug,
Oh,
chug-a-lug.
all right.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All I have to say about this is if this is going to be a recurring thing like the flu, we cannot shut down our whole economy like this every time this happens.
with
I'm
you.
still waiting on my Corvette plates. I'm still waiting.
I was referring to
Pretty
the
serious
biggest
shit.
unemployment rate in history in a while,
But the Corvette.
It was like-
yeah,
is it
right,
like
I
over
know.
40 million, right? Didn't we break 40 million or
yeah,
something?
a
Yeah,
lot
for
of
a
fucking
minute.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
lot
But
of
I
people are
heard
back to
like
work,
in the
though.
last couple weeks we've 3 million people have gone back to work or something in the
At
last
least,
2 or
yeah.
3 weeks or something like that, which is it's it's a lot of people, but it's not percentage wise it's not as much as I would like to see, but like it's still 3 million people.
Bro, they closed the fucking Denny's, all right?
Yeah, right.
Eat my fucking grand
God
slam.
damn
They
it.
shut that shit down. Like they're not getting their jobs back. You can find somewhere else to work. Man, feel bad.
By the way, the
feel
Grand
bad for
Slam
Tiffany.
Slugger's the way to go because you get 2 free drinks with it.
Moon's over my hammy.
Moon's over my hammy.
Grand Sandwich. That was my shit, dude.
Yo, I
Yo,
love
the Grand Sandwich.
I go with the Belgian waffle slam.
That's good too.
I like
Anything with
waffles.
a slam in the name, I feel like it has to be good, right?
I mean, it automatically associates it with
Slamming
Denny's.
Sammy Sosa. He was pretty fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Now
think he's
he's
associated,
Sam Sosa though,
but he's not associated with
Right.
Denny's.
because he's
He is not. I don't know. He could have done a commercial for Denny's back in the day.
Leave a comment down below if Sammy Sosa,
If you're aware.
if you're aware that Sammy Sosa had a commercial with
if you
Denny's.
were old enough to remember Sammy Sosa.
Also, if you're still subscribed to us, thank you. because we haven't put up a video in how long? 3 months?
3 months.
2.5 months? 3
How many
months?
views do you think this one's going to get?
4.
17.
No.
17.
As many
17.
as subscribers as we have.
Yeah, we have 44.
Yeah, we'll probably
45?
get
Actually, that's pretty average, I think, for our
Maybe about
videos.
17.
Last one only
30.
got 33, and it's been up there for
I think the
like
most
3
we've
3
had
months.
is 100 and something. We've broke 100.
All that time in quarantine, and nobody stumbled upon it.
Like, this is the time to listen
Oh.
to podcasts, and especially fighting, because we got
how's the
a lot
Tinder
of shit
thing going?
on.
Huh?
How's the Tinder thing
Oh,
going?
that's a good question.
Oh, I deleted Tinder.
Oh, settling
You
down.
deleted it or you paused it?
No, I think I deleted it.
Good for you,
Hang on,
man.
I think I hid it in the background of something so that she can't find it.
Yeah, actually,
So that I can still
I
swipe
was
right
gonna
on the
say, have all
side.
your Tinder thoughts. Give us a
Just in
little
case
follow.
that shit
Actually-
goes awry.
Tinder has been deleted, and so has I
Beautiful.
think it was Bumble.
Bumble.
I think it was Bumble.
Is that
Never
the gay
heard of
one?
Bumble. Is that where you go to get like girls with big asses?
Yeah, the Kim
what it sounds
Kardashian looking bitches.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bumble.
Whoa.
Look at my Bumble.
So things are getting serious.
What was the other one? There was 3 of them.
them.
There was 3 of them. I deleted
Okay,
3 of them.
Cupid.
I did delete that one, yeah, but it's stuck on my phone.
Wasn't there a Facebook thing
Yeah,
too?
see?
Something-
It
I'm
knows
not. I
me.
didn't delete Facebook.
Like Facebook
Follow me.
marketing is like Facebook dating.
Follow you?
I mean, same thing pretty much.
Right.
You pay enough money to
Search.
get whatever you want.
Put the year.
I'm glad that things are getting
87
serious
to
with you and
94.
your new girl.
Both of them.
Both of your new girls?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Ooh.
All
Maybe
of
we
them?
do have an app floating around in that phone.
All of them.
All of them.
Maybe. Never know. Jesus.
In other news, I bought another Corvette.
Another one?
Another one.
And then what happened?
I wasn't able to put the other one on the road.
Uh-oh.
Which one was that?
Who was it?
I
Which one was
turned
that?
my phone down. I turned it down. This
Vinny.
isn't even fair.
Shots.
All right.
I like how we all like
Next
looked
Monday,
up
shout
all
out hot
happy.
sauce, dude.
I feel like there's definitely other shots that are
shot,
owed
shot, shot,
on this
shot,
show.
shot.
Yeah, you owe me
So
one
too.
because you took
Pretty sure.
Leach and I took Neil Magny.
I need evidence of this. I'll have to go back and watch episode
Somebody
25.
took Leach against me. And I
He
said, nah,
bet
Magny's
something.
Got it.
He bet something because remember there wasn't an emoji.
That does not sound like me.
He bet.
I think you did bet something, actually.
He did. It was on the group chat.
Problem is, I don't know what it is.
I'll have to go back and like the problem is you guys send probably 30 group chats all within like an hour every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very difficult to find stuff back then.
I think at least one or more of us misses those every time. It's like Zach and Vinny having a conversation, or like me and you having a conversation, and then like
Yeah, we're never all
no,
in it
yeah,
at the same
it's
time.
never because I see 6 or 7 messages. I'm just like, I ain't reading all that shit. I'm not. Nah, I'm good.
Well, we are 8 minutes in to our welcome back
Our
podcast.
reunion.
Our reunion?
All right. Well, since we've haven't been here, Justin Gaethje beat Tony Ferguson, so he's gonna fight Habib.
Yep.
And I think Gaethje beats Habib. And
I
throw that
don't.
out there right away, right off the bat.
I think Gaethje has the best chance against Khabib out of anyone at lightweight.
I
Gaethje
agree.
has the best
I agree
chance.
completely. I think he beats him.
I respectfully disagree.
Why? What is it?
Because
What is it
Khabib-
about Habib, or is it a lack that's something Gaethje's lacking, or is it just Habib
Oh, it's
being as good as
it's
he
it's
is?
nothing that Gaethje's lacking. It's nothing
Okay.
that Poirier lacked. It's just that Habib is just on a whole other
Poirier.
level.
I agree.
No,
But
you
at the
don't.
same-
You said Gaethje was gonna win.
No, I agree that Habib's on a whole nother level.
But you
I
think
just
Gaethje
I
will still
don't
beat him?
think.
All right,
Yeah, I just think
let me ask you this:
Gaethje's
how,
striking.
How does he
Gaethje's
beat him?
striking is so fucking good.
So Gaethje
He
stops
hits
the
so
takedowns?
hard.
Is that what you're saying? He stops the takedowns.
I think it's kind
I
of.
think he does.
It's similar to what he did with Ferguson. Is that you'd say, how is he going to beat Ferguson? You're like, his striking is really good. He throws amazing leg kicks. He's got really quick hands. His takedown defense is phenomenal. If he does get taken to the ground, like, he knows what to do on the ground. He's talented, and I think he's, just his style in general is a really good counter to Habib's. And I think he's hungry as fuck, and I think he's tough, and
I think he's.
I think he takes it, man.
Definitely
I think it
got
might
the best
go
shot
into
to
decision. I think he might finish him within 4 rounds, maybe.
Huh?
I think he might finish him. I think it's possible.
Real quick, just to add into what you were saying, I don't think Gaethje throws leg kicks during that fight.
No?
I don't think he will. 'Cause
I don't think he's afraid to throw him. I don't think he's scared to throw him. I think he knows the risk. If he stays in the middle of the octagon, he doesn't let Khabib push him up against the cage.
Yeah,
that's where if you get pushed up against the cage with Khabib and he gets you down on the ground, that's a
good point. Is throwing a kick is the best way to get your ass taken down.
Yeah.
Agreed, but I don't think he's worried about it. I think he's more than willing. But dude, his leg kicks are so fast too. It's not just like anyone just throwing leg kicks. It's like Justin Gaethje's leg kicks.
Yeah,
I think he can get away with some of those and all. He said before too. I think he said on Rogan, him and Trevor Whitman were on there, and he was saying all he needs is three, or he might have said 4, 3 or 4 like solid calf kicks, and Khabib is hurting.
Do you think that Gaethje has the best leg kicks in the lightweight division?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He was whooping Edson Barboza with him.
I can't think of anyone.
That's the only other even option.
I feel like Barboza, even though
Barboza's there.
he's at featherweight, but still.
He was lightweight when
Felder's
Justin
there
knocked him
too.
out.
Like Felder's got some good ones, but Gaethje just, yeah, man,
I
yeah,
have
probably.
one update.
And the thing with Gaethje is he can hit him from so close. He's literally in like clinching range, and he's hitting people with leg kicks. You don't see that from like anyone else in that division. You don't see that from many guys in the UFC in general. Like overall, like there's very few guys that can hit you with a solid hard leg kick from that close of range.
True.
So yeah.
Cejudo was actually on Rogan and saying that before his fight with Cruz, he went back and just watched a bunch of Justin Gaethje leg kicks
Wow.
to get him pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said those get him fired up.
Fucking yeah.
Wow.
Dude, I
so
remember him saying that. Actually,
Will
now you say
apparently
that.
owes Vinny hot sauce because Vinny
I
took
owe you?
Moicano.
I gotta take a shot.
Yeah,
Apparently.
Moicano.
Wait, who did Moicano fight?
All right, let me get the
don't
hot
remember.
sauce.
Wait, who?
I think that was with Lee Oliveira.
So Will said, "Yeah, I do a hot sauce."
Dude, also, I'd like to go on record to say Moicano won that fight in like 30 seconds. You choked him out in like 40 seconds or something like that.
Moicano. Why can't I remember any of this? Moicano, who'd he fight?
Honata Moicano?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some dude at lightweight. I don't know who it was. A loser. That's who it was.
Loser.
So Will bet against Moicano,
Yeah.
unlike Will. Usually he has very good strategies.
Well, apparently his strategy was to get spicy.
Spicy.
Still looking through, trying to find anything else.
Looking through the glass.
Yeah. Don't know how much time has passed.
There you go. Vinny, you want to take your hot shot sauce now?
Me?
Yeah.
What do I have to take
Your
for it?
phone went off.
Oh, I turned it down too. I don't know why it went off.
Yeah.
I literally said thanks for reminding me and turned it down.
What?
Take it.
What-
Put it somewhere
what-
until we take them.
Frank's Red Hot.
Frank's. Sponsor us, baby.
Sponsor us.
Frank's Red Hot, a delicious.
Hey, remember that time I joined the
Smooth.
podcast and you got some ridiculously hot shit when I had to take like 3 shots?
Oh, Hell's Messenger.
And it made you take a
dinosaur?
ridiculously hot shit the next day.
Yo, I remember.
Boom.
I remember sticking my finger in it and be like, oh.
In his shit.
Have fun with that. Yes.
Gross.
Okay,
In his asshole.
I know
Gross.
you bet something because you said there's no hot sauce emoji. You literally put an emoji of like a shot, and you're like, oh, there's no hot shot emoji.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah,
That was recent.
it was
Oh, yeah, dude, I do too.
yeah.
All right, yeah,
Yeah,
give
and
me
you
the hot
lost.
shots.
But I don't.
I don't think I
What was
lost.
the fight?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I remember.
I don't lose.
Wait, where are our shot
You did,
glasses
though.
for
The
these?
only other time he's ever bet was
We're
against
drinking
me,
whiskey out of him right now.
Volkanovski.
Yep.
Volkanovski and Holloway.
Oh, wait.
I took Holloway. He took Volkanovski, and he won.
What the fuck you doing right now?
Trying
This-
to get over here without smacking into too much.
This is a true Guys Talking Fights podcast.
Just going absolutely nowhere.
We're going 14 minutes in.
That's not even a lot of time.
No, it's not. It really isn't. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Didn't we get custom ones or something?
Yeah, we're gonna get them made. Yeah.
Oh.
Guys talking
Friend-
fight shot glasses?
Yeah.
Yo, fuck.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I wanted to be a surprise, but whatever.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise, everybody.
Surprise for all 3 people watching or
And
listening.
then when we make a website, they'll go up on the store, and you guys can buy Guys Talking Fights shot glasses.
We're gonna make a website, too?
The fight hasn't happened yet.
What was the fight?
Hooker and Poirier.
Ryan, why don't you pour?
Who'd you take?
Pour
Did
me
you
and
take
Vinny a couple shots.
Give me
Yes.
Hooker.
We'll just get ours out of the way.
Oh,
right away.
I do
Right now.
remember that. You said
And he said, "Nah, Dustin," and I gave a shake and a whiskey.
that's
glass.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means June 25th.
Don't fill it to the brim.
Hot shot.
I'm just gonna take the cap off.
No, but don't fill it to like the brim.
No.
Brim.
No, I never
gonna
shot
go like
Hooker out.
Brim,
but-
I'm gonna
brim.
go like to his
Normal
shoulders.
shot. Yeah.
Dustin's
good.
just
Brim,
got that
brim.
ability to dig deep in adversity. Like
You shake it?
Gaethje just about
Yeah.
shut his legs
On the way
down
down,
with
I
those kicks, and like he still managed to finish him in round 4.
No, he's gonna get hung by the hooker.
Oh, the Poirier Hooker fight. Why do you have a? Where did that come from?
Don't worry about it. It's been around my neck the entire time.
That was.
Oh.
What? I thought we were talking about his.
That was Zach's little.
Is this thing a shot glass?
That's good. Yeah, it's a shot glass. What the
Szechuan
fuck do you
sauce,
think?
bro.
It's Rick and
What are
Morty.
you pouring the second one for?
Huh? What?
You,
Yeah.
No,
Your
what-
phone.
your
Phone went
Who
off.
else is taking
Me.
one?
Him.
Oh, okay.
me.
You
yeah,
won.
I fucked
You
up.
beat him. Against something.
Renato Moicano.
How'd I
You
get
gotta
a
take
drop
one
on
as
the
your
table?
I don't know, but I'm gonna take that one because the other one definitely looks.
I
Bigger.
want the
They,
Szechuan sauce.
they look the same.
That's the same.
I
It's,
don't
just,
know
it's
about
the
that.
exterior.
just a
Look
bigger
down there,
glass,
it's just
yeah.
the exterior. Cheers, Vinny.
Spicy.
Oh yeah.
I missed that.
I'll never be taking one of those.
I don't mind this shit. It's the shit that Ryan bought that
Frank's
tears
Red
you
Hot's
up.
fucking. It's feel it in your belly, but it's not too bad in the mouth.
You're also like 4 beers in.
Helps a lot. Yeah, no, I had to. Dude, at the retreat, they're fucking. They're Long Island iced tea. Everyone's fucking at the retreat. Every public place that people are allowed to go, they're just fucking everywhere. All on tables and everything. There's people going crazy. I had a Long Island iced tea, and it was so alcoholic.
Ooh.
It was very, 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 very,
They said, "Come on back now."
very alky.
Where was the last time?
Super strong.
Oh, my sister's wedding.
See, I'm buzzing a little bit already prior to this.
Attaboy.
By the way, delicious. Fire and Cane. By Glenn Finnick.
Single malt.
Single malt
Scotch.
whiskey. Scotch.
Renato
Whiskey
Moicano
Scotch
defeated
whiskey. Scotch whiskey.
Damir
It's
Hedzovic.
delicious. Throw it to the camera, bro.
Yep.
People can see. It's actually really good. I actually recommend it. It was, I think it was $50 or $60 somewhere in there.
I chugged it.
It was pretty good. It was really good.
All right, so
You'll like it. If you like Scotch or whiskey, you'll like it.
I
You want to
chugged
spend the money. Yeah, sip it. Don't chug it. Sip it.
Chug it.
on that card that Will just had to take a shot for,
When was that? What was the date on that?
March 14th.
Woo.
Yeah,
What is today's date?
just over 3 months ago, right?
It's the
June 15th, right?
Yeah.
3
June
months.
15th.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Nikita Krylov beat Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker. That's right.
We just said Renato Moicano. That's when Gilbert Burns beat Damian Maia, and that's when Charles Oliveira choked out Kevin Lee, and then Kevin Lee tried to tackle him after the fight was over.
Yes.
He said he never
Oh,
tapped.
yeah,
That's
that's
great.
right.
It was so stupid.
he went out, right?
Yeah.
Went out for a second,
Yeah.
came back.
Yeah. It was like tapping right before he went out.
Yeah, it was like he tapped and then kind of went out real quick.
He
Came
ta-
back
he-
and tried to
And then he said, "Oh, I didn't tap." And it's
Oh,
like
that
you
dude.
tapped.
Yeah, you totally tapped.
There's another reason I fucking hate Kevin
Yeah,
Lee.
he's such a douchebag, and he'd started to make a little bit of a comeback, that knockout of Gregor Gillespie and stuff.
Gregor's still dead.
He started looking good.
Rumor is he's still unconscious.
I think he is. Doesn't have a fight yet.
The Fisher.
Poor
Or the
guy.
Fisherman? The Fisher? I think it's just the Fisher or something.
the fisherman.
Yeah. He claims to be the best fisherman in the lightweight division. That's what he says.
Is that like a claim to fame?
That's a
He,
weird.
he said
claim.
he said
I
he,
know, right?
he's like, "Oh, I can't claim to be the best fighter, but I'll say I'm the best fisherman."
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
Moving on.
FYI.
So I watched some of these fights. I didn't watch all of them, though,
That's okay.
on this next
No
card.
worries.
What's the next card?
That was not until May 9th, and it was Ferguson and Gaethje.
That was the Ferguson Gaethje, eh?
Yep.
Ferguson
So
Gaethje, eh?
Greg Hardy fought Jorgen De Castro and won a decision, it looks like. I didn't watch that fight.
Yeah, no one
Anybody
cares
watch
about
that
that
one?
fight.
I did. Jorgen De
Greg Hardy.
Castro broke his toe throwing a leg kick, and
Yep.
then he did not do shit the rest of the
Oh,
fight.
I tuned in like second or third round of that fight. I remember that.
Jeremy Stevens, Calvin Cater.
Oh yeah,
I
Cater.
didn't watch that one. either.
Cater looks so good. Nice knockout from Cater. Got him with an elbow as he was coming in.
Yes.
Yes.
Third round.
Yeah,
Yep.
Calvin
Third round.
Cater, yo.
Yep.
Fucking dude.
Performance
I forgot
of
they
the
even
night.
Fought.
Francis Ngannou beating Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Rozenstruik.
Like
Yep.
20 seconds.
Ngannou, who's
He hit him with one punch.
all right, now that we're
He
yeah,
threw
right?
like
Yeah, can we-
5 or
can we say
6
this?
hooks
Can,
and
can,
only
can we,
landed
can we,
one and
can we
knocked him
stop
out.
at Ngannou real quick? Go ahead, man.
All right, so, I mean, I am no fighter by no means. I will never claim to be, but the technique.
Are you a fisherman?
I am not a fisherman. I've never caught a fish in my life.
What?
I've never caught a fish.
What?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's on my
Have you ever
bucket
caught
list.
a fish?
I caught 2.
I've caught like literally 78 fish in my life.
You counted?
Yeah, 78.
Well,
Yeah, really, you
I
count
usually have a boat on an idle lake. I've caught a lot of fish.
I'm going fishing next
No,
weekend.
I just throw out a random fucking number, but it's
Okay.
probably
Oh, bass.
probably very accurate. I caught many fish in my life.
Yeah, I'm not good at fishing.
That's crazy.
I don't fish.
Alright, I'm
I
lazy,
don't
yeah,
think
but
there's
I need to
really
take
any
you
good or
fishing and
bad
get
at
you some
fishing.
fish, dude.
I think
I'm
it's
trying to think of
fishing.
what I was saying. Well, I mean,
Ngannou.
okay, yeah, anyways.
Sorry,
His
Gregor.
complete lack of technique in throwing those punches.
He had technique until he went on his little flurry and then just started throwing fists at his face.
He was just,
literally, yeah.
I mean, I can't
Prior
even
up
do
to
it.
that, granted it wasn't very long,
Yeah,
but up to
kudos.
that, like he was like he had some good form.
Oh.
And then once he started throwing fists, it was just like
All he had to do
a
was touch him.
flurry of fists until he hit him in the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Then
kudos
knock
to
him out.
Rozenstruik though, because he actually had decent head movement, missing those like
Yeah,
first
he
6,
dodged,
and then the
yeah.
last one that hit him just put him
He
out.
dodged multiple shots. He just takes one.
Yeah,
with
it
a
literally
gun.
takes
God damn
one.
it. That
He won
crazy
a
fuck.
performance of the night for that?
Yes.
I wonder if for like exercise he still shovels sand.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a
here's a
good idea.
miner or
Ngannou?
something.
Yeah. He
He's-
used to shovel sand.
Since
Sand
we've been on
mines.
quarantine, he posted a picture of himself, like a skinny, like, fro Ngannou. I don't know if anyone's else seen that picture.
No.
It's terrifying.
Haven't seen it.
He is so normal and, like, wimpy looking because he's not all muscular. Like, it was a picture of him the day he was released from, like, a Spanish prison or something.
What? He was
Yeah.
in a Spanish prison?
Was it Spanish? No, it
No
wasn't.
fucking clue.
Yeah, I
have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, because
Right?
he
No, I
illegally
didn't see it. I
he
don't know.
illegally entered the country
Okay.
because they had nothing. They were just they were refugees. That's what it was.
Oh, you're talking about a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't
thought
that,
you were talking
it
about,
wasn't
like,
that
during
long ago.
quarantine.
It was like 2013.
He got
right?
like
Yeah,
fucking
it was, like-
arrested and put in jail or something.
No, it was like
What the fuck are you talking
7
about?
He's
to
not
9
John
years
Jones,
ago.
bro.
Yeah, it was
Jesus
like
Christ.
2013, I think.
Okay, so 7 years ago.
He figures that's the only way he can get a fight.
Maybe.
What are we talking about?
John Jones.
He said he's not John Jones. And
Why-
I said he figures it's
So
the
you
only
can
way
get
he can
arrested,
get a fight.
and
is
it's
to
like,
get
John-
"He's not
arrested.
John Jones. He thought he got arrested. It's like he's not John.
Always bringing up the best fighter in the world on the
Hey,
best
who,
podcast in the world.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
He just can't stop getting arrested.
He just, makes videos of him taking
The best
spray
fighter
cans
who was
away
like
from
the worst
Raiders.
person.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I think that was set up.
John Jones took away.
The video of him taking spray cans away from those guys. We're gonna like spray in
Albuquerque.
where's he from? In Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Albuquerque.
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, there's video. There's video of John Jones going up to these.
Isn't he
these
on
two
house
guys
arrest?
Who were apparently going to? They were protesters that were gonna. They had spray paint cans in their hand. Apparently, John Jones fucking goes up to him and he's like, "Give me the fucking cans. Give me the spray cans." And they're like, "Okay, here you go." And they give him the spray cans or whatever. Which, first of all, if you were actually out there trying to spray paint shit, if John Jones walked up to you, he was like, "Give me your fucking spray can." You'd be like, "Yes, sir. Here's my house keys. Also, if you want my house."
You don't want to give him the car keys.
No.
He's probably drunk.
Right.
Shouldn't make fun of him for that. He probably had a disease.
The disease.
Dude, I don't
The
believe
corona
it.
disease?
I think it was
The what?
set up.
He's got
I
to
think
be
it was
an
a setup.
alcoholic at this point.
I don't know.
Is what I'm saying.
The picograms of alcohol in his system.
No, those were
Picograms.
steroids.
Those are steroids.
It's much more than picograms. Alcohol.
Pico.
I think it was a setup personally, but I think all the shit he's done a lot of
steroids?
shit since then, where I think a lot of it's real. But I think that first initial video that came out with him taking the spray cans away, I think it was set up. Not that it's important or means anything, and he's doing more than I am.
I mean, I just learned
but,
this. I didn't even know that he took spray paint cans away from
Yeah,
someone.
it just seemed
Moving
it seemed
on.
really
Moving
set up.
on.
It seemed really set up.
Okay.
Yeah. It might be real though.
Back to
Good for him.
Ngannou. Ngannou knocked a guy out. Sweet. One performance of the night. Moving on. Henry Cejudo taking the cruise.
Yeah, Cejudo beats Cruz and then retires, yo.
I didn't mind the stoppage.
I did.
I
thought it was-
I did not like
I did
it.
not.
Dominic Cruz was getting up as
He was already jumping in
with
That's
like
the
3 seconds left of the fight.
and
There were
not
3
Of the
even
round.
seconds
fight,
left.
Of the
of
round. Of the round.
Also,
the
the punches
Dude.
he was getting hit
And,
with,
like,
dude.
yeah, they
no,
were
no, no,
rabbit
no,
punches.
no, no,
He
no, no.
was
Exactly.
so
What Vinny
out.
just said.
Yeah, not all 3. Not all
Right.
3.
The punches, what Vinny just said, the punches that Cruz was getting hit by Cejudo, they were little rabbit punches. They were really quick, just do, 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 do. I'm sure they didn't feel good, but they
Rabbits
weren't
don't even
doing-
have fists.
They weren't even doing. It's figure of speech, bro. It's
I've
figure of
never
speech.
heard that figure of speech, by the
Me
way.
neither.
Figure of speech.
You haven't?
Rabbit punches?
Dominic Cruz literally said it.
I've heard
Rabbit punches?
rabbit or rabid.
Rabbit.
Rabbit? Like
Yes.
the
'Cause
animal?
they do
No,
their-
I've never
their
heard
back
called
feet-
bunny
no,
punches.
No, that's the whole thing.
It's
Why
rabbit.
is
I've
because
heard
they don't
rabbit.
hurt.
I've
If
heard
a
of
rabbit
rabbit
is like
punches.
sitting on your
Rabbit.
lap and just like
Oh.
thumping on your leg.
What you
like, it
think
doesn't
you're hearing when you
hurt.
say rabid punches? It's
Yeah.
rabbit punches.
I've never heard of
Like
that.
the
Dominic
like the
Cruz
animal.
said it. He said he was hitting me with rabbit punches when he was
Rabbit punches.
interviewing.
Oh, okay.
Was it a rabbit knee that hit him in the
YouTube-
face and
YouTube
knocked him
rabbit-
the
No,
fuck out
no,
before
when
that?
he was trying to get
He
up.
was so
Rabbit punches?
dead
Rabbit.
when he was going to the ground.
Rabbit punches.
You look at his face; his whole fucking jaw was like sitting in the wrong direction because he was out cold on his
Who?
way to the ground. Cruz, he was
Oh, dude,
out
he was
on his
he
way
was
back.
he was literally on his
He came
way.
to.
No network
He was on
connection.
his way to stand. He was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his
yeah.
way
No,
to
okay.
stand
So
up.
he comes to after hitting the mat after that knee when he's on his back. He's fucking out on his way
I don't think
backwards.
he's out.
Dude,
I think
look
he's
at
hurt.
him. Look at him. He's looking at the ceiling. His fucking jaw is in the wrong direction. Like, he locked jawed because he was fucking out. And then
he
Cejudo
lockjawed
jumps on top
yelling?
of him.
Was he yelling at Keith Peterson, who smelled like
No, not
cigarettes?
yet. What is this?
Rabbit punches?
It's not a thing.
What is rabbit punch? What does rabbit punch mean? Rabbit punch meaning and explanation. 11,998 views 2 years ago by the Audiopedia.
Punch is a blow to the back of the head or to the base of the skull. It is considered especially dangerous.
So those were definitely not rabbit punches. But then they're also saying that rabbit punches are extremely dangerous.
Serious and irreparable
So therefore, if Dominic Cruz is saying he was hit with
Spinal
rabbit
cord
punches...
injuries?
punch can also detach the victim's brain from the brain stem.
Listen to that. He could have detached his brain from the brain stem.
That's what you put on there.
No, dude, did you hear that?
Video.
That means Dominic Cruz was in severe amount, just like peril, just absolute peril. Keith Peterson saved his life. Keith Peterson saved Dominic Cruz's
We
life.
won
He should be
boxing.
thanking that man, not accusing him of terrible things.
His brain comes detached.
Yes.
Jesus.
Judo championship prior to
Yeah, exactly. So now
Well,
do you agree with the stoppage?
That AI bitch
Dominic
doesn't know what
Cruz.
she's talking about.
That AI
Dominic
bitch.
Cruz. His life has been saved.
That was stupid.
No, his life was
I
saved.
disagree.
You know
completely.
what? Regardless of that,
Rabbit punches like quick little.
regardless of that, Henry avoided
Punches.
the killers in that division. He didn't want to fight Jan. He
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want to
no.
fight Sterling.
No,
or
he's
Sandhagen.
out of there because he didn't want to fight any of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame him though. He beat the big names and then he retired. That's not a bad. He said he'd be willing to come back and fight Volkanovski
If Volkanovski
at
wins.
145.
If
So
if
if
we're not moving on to that yet though.
But
if,
he won't.
If we won't move on to it completely, but I just want to say if Volkanovski beats Max Holloway, because that fight has been made by the way,
Would I like to see his first title
and
defense
Cejudo
against
comes
somebody
back
other
to
than
fight.
Holloway
If
beat Cejudo?
Cejudo came back out of retirement to fight Volkanovski, how's that fight gonna go?
So we're saying, real quick, that Volkanovski beats Holloway,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then in his next fight, he fights Cejudo. How do we think that goes?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the question.
Is that Cejudo's next fight? Because that could be
Yeah.
a year from now.
Sure. Comes out of retirement a year from now and goes, I'll fight Volkanovski. At the end of the year, they fight. They
probably
fight in
loses.
February next year. Who the fuck knows?
Cejudo probably loses that.
Yeah,
All right,
I'd
everyone
say,
put your mask
I'd
on.
say he loses.
I say Volkanovski wins that one.
I think Volkanovski wins too.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
think
so
it's too much of a layoff.
I think Volkanovski's just that much bigger. I think
Yeah.
and better.
eventually size matters.
It does.
Well, if you're thinking
You know, that's why
Volkanovski
there's
used to
weight
be
classes.
215 pounds.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah. Cejudo's been like
yeah,
160.
he obviously can put on
At his
more weight. Than
at his
Cejudo
heaviest,
can.
he's been 160.
Who?
What's Volkanovski's
Cejudo?
height? 5'6"?
Yeah, he's not very
5'7"?
tall. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You know all
Cejudo's
the
only
reaches.
5'4". Yeah, Cejudo's real short.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a short guy.
Yeah.
He's a little guy. He's jacked, but he's a little guy.
Yeah.
But then again,
Eventually it comes into play.
you look at DC fighting at heavyweight, and like his reach is like significantly less.
Yeah, but his skill is fucking
Yeah, it
insane.
don't matter. He just marches
Well, I guess
forward.
Cejudo's is as well.
Cejudo's
Cejudo
Olympic
might
gold
be
medal
like a
wrestler.
DC, you know.
Yeah.
But DC walks around well within heavyweight range. Cejudo does not. Well, I guess he does. I think he said he walks around like 160, 155.
I would think so.
I thought he came into the
160 is like his heaviest, like his heaviest.
150 at least.
Yeah.
He said what he came in against the TJ fight, but I forgot what it was.
141.
141. He came into the
Yes.
TJ fight at 141, and that was at 125.
125.
Yeah. So
He said he came in about the
So he
same when
probably
he
weighs in
fought
about 150.
Moraes and
walks around. You mean?
You think so? Yeah, I would think.
Yeah,
he walks around
140,
probably
140 to 145.
So we're just saying he
Right,
doesn't
he's
cut
probably
any
like
weight.
Because you got to
150,
think he's
between
probably
150
not
160.
in the same sort of dieting.
Oh,
and
dude,
stuff
Marlon
like that.
Moraes, he must walk around like 170.
Maybe he's pretty jacked.
Maybe.
He drops like 30
I mean,
pounds.
he's pretty jacked.
He fights at 135. 15,
Cejudo might not be 160. now that I think about it.
150. I feel like
140,
Moraes is like
150.
about 150. I feel like the
160.
average is about 15 pounds.
I think Moraes cuts a lot. I think he cuts a lot more
Yeah.
than the average.
I mean, he looks shredded.
I think he's like 30, 40 pounds over that. I think he's easily walking around 160, 170, somewhere in there. Maybe Cejudo's like 140, 150, something like that.
Yeah.
He was 141 when he fought TJ.
Yeah. No,
So he's got to be like in the 50s, right? 150?
I think
Something
so,
like that.
yeah.
that makes sense.
You think Gaethje can beat Habib?
We already talked about this. Fuck. Yeah, we did.
We mentioned it. Did we talk about it?
Yeah, you said he can.
Yeah,
and
I
I
said he
no.
does. Yeah, we totally talked about it,
I
actually.
don't think we.
We
Oh, was
definitely
that when I
did.
was looking shit up? That was probably when I was looking up
I
your
was gonna
shots.
say we definitely talked about this.
Well, real quick, who do we have for picks on that?
Gaethje.
Eagle.
Khabib.
Dude, Gaethje looks so good.
He
He
looks so
brought up
good
the
against
question, and then
Tony.
he won't answer the question.
He looks so,
so
good against Tony.
It's the point of being a
dude.
moderator.
He
You
looks
know what
so
looks good? 29-0.
You know, looks really good.
What was he right now?
Justin
28?
Gaethje.
Is he 28 right now?
Dude, Gaethje.
No, I think he's 29.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
29 now.
So
I think
good.
that's the last win made him 28.
Against Poirier, I thought they made him 29.
That was one of the best performances I've
Either
ever
way.
seen.
He's
Gaethje.
It was very
It was
good.
kind of scary.
Dude, that was
Like,
so
just
good.
grab a guy's head and just, like, put your head over here.
And
Dude,
against,
I can't
against a
believe-
dude with a 13
Oh, you're
fight
talking
win streak.
about.
Talk about Habib. He's talking
You're
about
talking about
Gaethje
Habib
being
and Poirier.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Gaethje, what he did to Tony Ferguson.
That's also scary.
Yeah.
It
dude.
looked. He literally,
If he
legitimately
lands-
looked unstoppable.
Those shots on literally anybody else,
Yeah,
they might be
I'm
dead.
saying, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of
If
thought
he
that
hits
was
Habib
going to
like
happen,
that, man,
though.
that's rough.
That was so
That's
bad.
Because
rough.
Tony is known to take shots, so I kind of thought that
Yeah,
was going to
but
happen.
dude, how can you? No. And Gaethje's head movement for being a guy that's not like a natural trained striker to begin with, to be a wrestler to start out, but then to continually make Tony miss on these strikes. I mean, he caught a few good ones, but you could probably... I think you could count on one hand the number of like big time strikes that he ate during
That
that
uppercut
fight.
at the end of round 2.
yeah.
Oof.
The
Yeah.
dual uppercuts is one of my favorite pictures.
The fact that he came back from that, though, like he came back from that shit.
Who
That was-
landed? Who landed on the uppercut like battle? Who landed that one?
Oh, that was, I mean, Ferguson.
Ferguson
knocked
won
him
that?
down. Knocked
Okay.
him down.
Yeah, he knocked him down.
He knocked down Gaethje.
Yeah,
At
Yeah,
the
it's
end
the end of the second round,
round
dude.
two,
He
yeah.
knocked him down.
That might have won him round 2.
And then, but it was only like 7 seconds left in the round. So
Yeah,
nothing
he literally
really
like
happened.
hit the
The
deck
round
and
ended.
got up and went to high five him because he thought the round was already over. Gaethje did, and then the round ended.
My memory sucks.
Yeah, dude.
Do you guys, speaking
That was the
of
big strike. That was the
high-fiving,
biggest thing
Do you
that
guys
he did.
remember? I have no idea what fight it was, but the other dude thought the round was over and there was like 10 seconds left, and the other dude just blitzed him and punched him in the fucking
yeah, he
head.
got up, turned around, and walked away. It was the crazy guy with the red head, the
Oh yeah, it was Spike
Alpha
Carlisle.
Ginger?
Spike Carlisle.
That's
Spike
right.
Carlisle.
He
What,
just
in-
walked
Carlisle.
back
in
to
his-
his
in his
corner
last
with
fight?
10
That's the one.
seconds
Spike
In his
Carlisle.
last fight,
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed it.
With 10 seconds left,
Yeah.
he just gets up, starts walking back to his corner, and the other dude just blitzed
Alpha
him and punched
Alpha
him in the side of
Ginger.
the head.
Is that one of the last 3 fight nights?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 weeks ago.
It was so funny though.
Spike
I'm like, what
Carlisle
the
gets
fuck
up,
is
turns
Spike
around, and starts
doing?
walking away, and like the bell hadn't rang yet, and the guy was just like, and the ref was like, "Don't turn your back, don't turn your back."
He got
He's like,
fucking
"Oh,
hit,
fuck."
fucking-
That explains it because I didn't watch the last 3
Gets
fights.
cracked like twice, and then the round finally the bell went off and it ended. It was funny. Philly Gooth, you can't turn your back. You can't turn your back on the bell and ring, yeah, Philly Gooth. I don't know. I just made that up.
Okay.
It's not from anything.
All right.
What do we say for Poirier Hooker? What'd you guys have for that? Do we talk about that?
That's like a long. Where would we skip to?
Fuck, I don't know.
You skipped all these other.
I'm
fight
going all the way
nights and
back.
shit.
We like mentioned a bunch of shit, but like, did we talk about like who we thought was gonna win that?
No.
Poirier
We
Hooker.
haven't. We haven't
That's
brought
not
it
too
up.
far out. It's only a couple weeks.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
like
just
end
mean
of-
like you
end of
skipped
this
a
month,
bunch. You
right?
skipped Smith
June
and
27th?
Teixeira.
Oh, yeah.
and
Ooh.
all that shit.
Smith
Yo, we
Teixeira.
can talk about
dude.
that ass whooping.
Oh, my
Smith
God.
did. Oh my
Smith,
god.
poor Smith. He looked good in the beginning.
That's
and then
actually-
he kind of fell
Dude,
apart.
Dude, no
for
wonder
some
he
reason.
almost lost to that home intruder.
That's actually good discussion.
Dude, he looked good though at first. He looked
Dude,
really
he
good
did
in
look
the
good.
beginning.
And
He
then he
looked good
got
at the end.
dominated to the point where Teixeira was apologizing to him for kicking his ass in the middle of the fight.
That's actually a really good question. What do you guys think about Ariel's comments about how his corner should have thrown in the towel, and like Anthony was making a big stink about it? Like, nah, no, like I would have been pissed if they did that. Like,
Definitely.
the
I think
dude
going into
handed
that last
his teeth
round
to the
dude,
ref.
I think going into that last round, he probably that fight probably shouldn't have continued
No. He
at
was
the
getting
end
his
there.
ass
At the
beat.
end.
If-
Up until
if
then,
you're a
fine,
UFC
but, like, right at
ref
the end, yeah,
and
that
a
was
fighter
rough.
is handing you their teeth.
I think that's the point when you just reach up and
Yeah,
grab it.
right,
You're like, yeah,
right.
we're
That's
good.
when you're like, okay.
We're good.
Because he wasn't gonna tap,
man.
but like,
No, of course not.
I feel like that's significant damage. If you lose your teeth, that's significant
Yeah,
damage.
Dude,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So
absolutely. Like super significant damage.
yeah,
That's fucked.
that's like permanent. You don't regrow your teeth.
No, you don't.
He just
No, you don't.
he has permanent damage.
Not unless those were baby teeth that he knocked
I
out.
don't think he has baby teeth at the age of 30 something.
Yeah, no, I guess if you're in the corner though, I guess yeah, I mean they know their fighter better than anyone, but like he was fucked.
What did
up
he
in that
What did he
last round.
say?
Death.
He said something to his corner. He's like, I can't. Oh, he's like,
He said my teeth are falling out.
my teeth are falling out. That's what it was.
That
And
was
they're
in like the third round.
So
Yeah.
fucked up.
There
and,
were
and
two more rounds
and
after that.
his corner was like, they stopped and paused for a second, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna punch him.
Yeah, I know. You're
gonna throw the
just
jab.
Completely ignored it.
I know your teeth are falling out, and you're like you've
Yeah.
been punched in the face
Yeah.
so many times, but
Yeah.
you're gonna punch him back. You're gonna punch
It
him
was really weird because like
You're
he
gonna
was
punch
winning
back.
that fight. Anthony Smith was winning that fight, and then
For
literally
one round.
for one round.
he
back. Until
got
the second round.
yeah. And then he also
Till
he just
round
turned
two.
around, like literally in the middle of a round. He
Oh, dude.
turned around.
I
was
have been
weird.
so
It was weird,
unimpressed
right?
by everything I've seen with him.
I love
mean, I
him.
guess
he
he
was one of
looked
my
decent
favorite
in
fighters.
Gustafson's
His
fight.
last like,
Gustafson,
2-3
he knocked him
fights.
out.
Yeah, but
Actually, dude, that was his
He didn't
last
knock him
fight,
out.
right?
He
his
choked
most
him.
recent fight, he
he looked
Smith?
terrible against
Prior to this-
Jones.
Yeah, that was
part
the
of
last
this
one.
last fight.
That was the last one. He's gonna be fighting at heavyweight now.
Lost to
Who is?
Who is?
Gustafson.
Gustafson, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back at
Yeah, I
heavyweight.
saw that.
what?
Yeah, he's coming back at heavyweight.
Who's he? Rothwell?
No, Fabricio.
Verdum.
Yes. What the fuck,
Yeah.
dude? When did I miss this shit?
I just
What are
heard
you
about this the other
doing?
day.
When did this come out?
Overeem Harris.
I heard about it a few days ago.
Overeem Harris. Yeah, no, Overeem. He fucked him up. Harris blew his wad. Early
I
in
felt
the
bad
round.
for him.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
feel
I did
bad for him,
too. He blew his wad early, and he
He
ran
actually
out of
did look
steam.
decent early.
All right,
He was great.
here's what he
great,
did.
dude.
He had him hurt, and then his inexperience
Blew his
again.
wad.
Yeah, he went for like a leg kick or something, or not a leg kick. He went for like a head kick or something.
Maybe.
Like he had him hurt. Overeem was backing up to the cage. All of a sudden, he went for like a jumping leg kick or something, or not jumping like head kick or something.
That's
And
him down,
Overeem
right?
took him down,
Yep.
beat the shit out of him for the rest of round one,
And
and
that was
then
it.
round two came out and finished him. Overeem did. Overeem finished him. So, yeah. I mean, Harris kind of blame him for that one. A smarter fighter, like fight IQ, would have backed up and picked your shots and everything, and I think he could have finished him. He had Overeem hurt.
Yeah.
It's just that his inexperience allowed him to make a mistake, and Overeem capitalized on that, and didn't win the final seconds of the round, but yeah. You wanna what do you call it? Corona?
No, I do not want to.
You don't want Corona? Does anyone want Corona?
No.
Excuse me. For those of you who don't like the sound of burping, my bad.
All
Dude,
three.
let's do a shoey. Let's do a Corona shoey.
You gonna do one with me?
I'll do one.
All right, cool.
Really?
Okay, so for those of the people that remember from last episode, 3 fucking months ago, I bought.
No one's watching this.
Yo, you can see through that. I'm looking
I
right
know,
through that.
I know, you
computer
can-
screen.
That's why I specifically got him.
Cool.
So I bought these shoes to do shoeies.
Yep.
Got them from Walmart.
Hell
There's
yeah,
a
you did.
unicorn on the bottom.
There's a unicorn on the bottom of
Yeah,
them.
my daughter would love those shoes, but we're gonna drink beer out of them instead.
I bought these.
She's
March,
got a lot of beautiful shoes.
I
man.
bought these
She-
March
this is
4th.
It's okay.
Here.
Don't feel guilty.
Here's a shoe.
I'm a good father. My daughter loves me. I get her everything she wants.
You
Attaboy.
don't drink alcohol out of her shoes.
Well, these aren't hers, so it's okay.
No, you wanted to give them
It
to her.
used to be.
I
hers.
did. She probably love them, but that's okay. She don't need them.
They got straps and laces. Ooh.
Damn, dude.
Okay, there's some type of
Just don't
Foam
pour them.
thing
Don't
in
pour
here?
them up over the fucking edges. They're just gonna go everywhere.
what?
No, just give me a beer. I don't
All right,
trust
strap
you.
it on, boys.
I think there's shit in there, so make sure there's nothing shit in there.
You took a shit in there?
All right.
All right, that's good.
You want
a shit in
to
your
just
shoes.
split this?
No, whole
I don't
thing.
see
What are you
how
The
doing?
whole thing.
Because it's not a
Yeah,
full
dude, it's a
can,
tiny-ass
normal
beer.
bottle. Or
Just do it, you
full
just-
bottle.
It's a Coronita.
Coronita. Coronita.
Coronita.
It's just a little bit of
How the
Corona.
fuck did you do that?
I got a wedding ring.
Okay.
Oh,
what?
it's
I don't
not
have.
a twist off.
I
Is
don't.
it?
No, I don't have a wedding wing.
You don't
I
have
mean-
a wedding wing?
Wedding wing.
Okay, Elmer Fudd.
A wedding.
I could.
Any carry
I could do
forward?
that, but I'm not gonna hurt her table.
Wascally Webbits.
Yeah.
Oh, wedding wing.
A wedding wing. I suck with this English
By
shit.
the way, party trick. For all those of you who have metal wedding wings.
Yeah.
So-
All you Elmer Fudds out there.
How much did you?
I think most of it fits in there pretty good actually.
All right.
Giggity. That's exactly what she said.
Wow. Oh.
You got the whole thing in there.
Giggity.
Okay. Okay.
Cheers.
Fill
Doing a
that bitch
shoey.
up.
Jesus.
Fill that bitch
Cheers,
up.
bro. It's a Coronita. It's not even a full beer, dude.
No, but it's out of a fucking
6
shoe.
ounces. Cheers.
You
Cheers.
can do it. You're going to spill it all over the floor, but you can do it. Dead air. Nobody's talking. Shoeies.
Delicious.
Penguins can't walk backwards.
Fuck yeah, dude. Beautiful.
Okay, that's my first shoey.
That's actually really fun.
I like that. That worked way better than I thought. I really didn't think that would work.
You think
That's
Ty
fun.
Tuivasa would steer you wrong?
Ty,
Yeah.
don't fuck with me.
Burns beat up.
Oh,
Woodley.
dude, and our girl, our fucking
Megan?
Megan Anderson.
What's she doing?
She did some shoeies.
Oh,
She did.
yeah, she did.
Speaking of what she's doing, I think she would have had a better shot against Amanda Nunes than Felicia Spencer
She
did.
got her ass kicked.
Spencer?
Yeah.
She
Dude,
survived.
yeah, Amanda Nunes fucked her up.
Did she survive against Cyborg?
yes.
Yeah,
That was
she
the
won all
decision?
5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's tough.
She is tough.
So that fight happened.
Canadian tough.
That's a thing.
Woodley and Burns.
Woodley Burns. Yo, Burns getting the title shot now. Hell
Burns
yeah,
looked
man.
Good.
Is
So-
Woodley done?
Yes.
Uh,
Dunn is a like.
I
legitimate
think Woodley
contender.
is the new
Yes.
RDA. I
I
think Woodley's the new RDA of the.
He can
of the,
gatekeep for a couple years.
I think he's going to go up to
division.
middleweight.
Middleweight.
Think so.
He
Not
did talk about going to
welterweight.
middleweight. Well, he wants to
did,
go
yeah,
up to
It'd be an
middleweight.
easier cut. Definitely be a way.
If he goes to 185, who's he fight?
Darren Till.
Darren Till's apparently got a fight.
Rob Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Yeah,
Right.
Whitaker, man.
Yeah, I love that fight.
Gastelum has a fight too. I was going to say he could fight Gastelum.
Who's got
Fat
some?
He
Someone?
could, especially because he makes
Gas-
fun of him, calls him fat.
Hey, who's
all
got
the
some gonna
time.
fight?
Gastelum's fighting.
Hermanson, Jack Hermanson.
Yeah, Jack Hermanson. Dude,
That's right.
that's a sick fight, dude.
It is.
That's a hard fight for Gastelum.
I
too.
love Calvin. He's
I
so
just.
good.
It's
When
always
is that,
funny
July
to watch.
11th?
yeah, it's July.
Is it the July?
No, July 15th or 18th.
15th? Oh,
It's
so
fun to
we're
watch him
July.
fight because he's so much shorter than everybody else in that division.
It's crazy.
He used to fight at welterweight.
Dude, I feel like if he got on like a serious diet and like really took care of himself, like he probably Gastelum should probably fight at
Dude,
170, right?
I was
No, he
listening to
has.
Cejudo
He
talk
has
about
fought at
that.
He probably
170.
should go back, right?
Cejudo talked
If he got in
about
like
that.
really good
Yeah.
shape and like really just cut some weight.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he just loves weed and just loves to smoke it.
Gastelum.
Yeah, Gastelum.
Well,
he just loves weed.
He's already been suspended twice.
Yeah.
Suspended? Yeah, suspended.
Speaking
Dude
of which,
loves
that's
his Mary
dumb.
J.
The UFC stopped suspending people for smoking.
No, he's
pot.
not.
It's so dumb.
For smoking
He's not
pot.
Dude, I love that.
He's, they're not.
ridiculous,
They're
dude.
not being suspended or by the UFC. They're being suspended from USADA.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, okay.
like-
Yeah, which is
legit
who
competition.
works for the UFC. Like they're
Um,
not employed. I mean,
I don't think they can
They're
get.
the
UFC can just
organization,
decide
but
not
like
to
UFC
test. The
pays
NBA,
them.
the NBA when they're coming back,
decides to go by their law, the rules and shit.
the NBA when they're coming back at the end of next month has just said outright, we're not testing for recreational drugs.
Good.
All right, now they're
UFC shouldn't either.
Yeah,
USADA.
stupid.
So the athletic commissions go off
John
of
Jones
USADA.
would be clean almost. He'd stop testing positive for cocaine.
So
Cocaine.
all right, so the athletic commissions go off of
Technically
USADA.
recreational.
UFC still goes off of those athletic commissions.
Yeah.
Off of official results by the athletic commissions. They go off of their weight cuts and all that other stuff from the athletic commissions.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
can't just get rid of USADA because that gets rid of
yeah,
the
but you
athletic
can
commissions.
decide just not to test for stuff.
Well, then they're not going to get fighter licenses in each state. So then you're not going off of the athletic commissions.
That doesn't seem to bother them right now.
Eh,
He just bought a fucking island.
he didn't buy an
They
island.
didn't buy an island.
They're using an island. Oh, do we know where it is?
Abu Dhabi.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
I
Yeah. UFC got an island in Abu Dhabi, Fight Island. They have 10 miles that has been cordoned off for them to use strictly for the fighters and the staff and
Have you seen the
the
island?
judges and all that shit.
It's not an island. It's like
Yeah,
a
well,
peninsula.
I mean, it's an island.
It's a peninsula.
It's an island, technically. I thought it was. I thought it had water on all sides.
No.
I think it's a fake. It's a made island. They made it. It's not like a natural island. They just put
I'm
an octagon on it, but like
yeah, but I'm pretty
it's a
sure.
pre-existing thing, and they
This-
cordoned off all like the hotels and all that shit, strictly and just dedicated it for like the UFC to use.
I don't know if this is a dumb question or not, but they're not putting this octagon outside, are they? Is this gonna be like Bodog, where they literally fight on the beach?
I have no idea. Wait, were they fighting on the sand?
It's probably really hot.
Bodog?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chael
I'd
Sonnen
imagine
said
it's
it used to
very
be
hot
like
in
Abu
Abu
Dhabi.
Dhabi.
It's like a
On
desert.
that, like it would
Yeah.
burn their skin on.
But they
fire.
were fighting on a mat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd imagine it's very hot. So
I would
probably
think that
not.
they'll have like some kind of roof or something, some kind of sun.
What did they do for
shield
the
or
last time
something,
they were
right?
in Abu Dhabi? They had like a giant tent.
Is that what it was?
Think about it, because if it's like fucking, if it's like 103 degrees, they're not gonna have the guys fight outside in 103 degrees.
They'll
Well,
die.
Crazy. That's
So-
insane. Just do a 5-round fight.
Fucking Mortal Kombat.
Back in the
Dude, like-
back in the
It
day,
is pretty like close to Mortal Kombat, but like finish him.
back in the day, WWF actually had a wrestling ring on a battleship. I think it was the USS New York or something like that, and
Manhattan.
whatever it was. And the mat was so hot that like the wrestlers like had a hard time like doing all their regular shit because the mat was so hot.
I
Bro,
believe
they've
it.
done events on like glass and shit. Have you seen that?
On glass?
Yeah, they'd
Yeah,
suplex
yeah.
dudes onto glass and shit.
Oh, WWF?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they were
They do
fucking
some weird
wild.
shit just to
Chael
make-
Sonnen.
They do some weird shit just
He
to make people
suplexed
watch,
Anderson Silva
honestly.
onto glass.
I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about glass for?
Moving on.
Moving on.
This past weekend.
This past weekend.
No.
Tyson
weekend before
Nam.
that. Sorry, the weekend
Oh,
before that.
Okay.
The one with all the good fights.
What was that one?
Well, it ended with Nunes and Spencer.
Right. Yeah. Which we talked about. We kind of mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I think Megan Anderson should be the next fucking title fight.
At featherweight?
Let's see. So
I think
Juicy,
I would like to see Nunes stay at featherweight. If she goes down to what,
Bantamweight.
135 bantamweight, who the fuck does she fight? Who did she fight at bantamweight?
I
Who did she
don't
fight?
know, Jermaine again?
Jermaine
No,
again?
Jermaine.
No.
Holly
like,
Holm again.
Valentina.
Holly Holm again?
Valentina's the only one who kind
Yeah,
of
but
put up a good
Valentina,
fight.
she hasn't. It's been a bit since she defended her belt. Like I think she was really busy for a while, but like
She's
it was
scheduled-
just a
It was
little
against
bit,
Chukagian just a few months
Chukagian.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's scheduled
we
to
watched
fight.
that. We watched that at Del
At the
Lago. It was like
casino, yeah.
February.
Yeah, something like that.
She's scheduled to fight.
It's like 4 months ago.
Valentina?
Yeah, she's scheduled to fight.
Oh yeah, JJ, right? Aldridge.
No, not JJ Aldridge.
Calderwood.
Calderwood. Joanne
Calderwood.
Calderwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. When's that happening?
All right.
I don't know when it's happening, but I think it's already
Maybe
scheduled.
after that she could do that.
But-
and then wants to wait and see what happens after that fight and let
Aspen
her.
Ladd.
Was that 135?
Aspen Ladd has a fight on 251, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't she
Who's she
fighting?
fighting?
Yeah, but I mean, after that.
Who's she fighting? Who's Aspen Ladd
A
fighting?
girl.
Aldana?
A girl. Another girl.
Aldana, I think.
Someone who has.
Oh, Irene
vagina.
Aldana?
Michelle?
No, Irene Aldana is supposed to be fighting Holm.
Okay.
Yep. Holly
Who
Holmes.
is it then?
Holly Holmes fighting
Somebody-
Irene
let's
Aldana.
look it up.
But so okay, so are we saying that we want Amanda Nunes to stay at featherweight, or would we like her to go down to bantamweight and defend the bantamweight title?
I would like her to retire so we can have some different people.
I love this.
not
She's
getting
got a
their
roll
asses
going.
whooped.
She's got a roll going. I got
Nunes?
no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't foresee.
Why would you
anyone
want her to
beating
retire? Why would you want her to retire?
So it's interesting again in those divisions. So
I like-
there's not a clear cut. Just like if John Jones retired, that'd be great for that division as well. Then there's not one person who nobody is ever gonna beat. Like it'll be interesting again.
Aspen Ladd is fighting Sarah McMahon.
Oh
yeah, that's right.
McMahon.
And Irene Aldana is fighting Holly Holm, right? Pretty sure she is.
Might be later in the summer.
Because I know Aldana.
Holly Holm is fighting Irene Aldana.
Irene Aldana won.
Derek Brunson is fighting Edmund Shabazian.
Yes.
Oh, Edwin. Yeah, I like that guy.
When's that one?
That's August 1st.
Didn't we call that? Didn't we say Edwin Sharbazian? And we're like, who should he fight next? And we said, oh, the gatekeeper, Derek Brunson, because Derek Brunson fights everyone.
Did
as
you
they're
call
moving
him Edwin?
up. What? Edward?
Edmund.
Edmund, whatever the fuck it is.
Edmund Shabazian.
Edmund.
Is it with a D? I thought it was
Yeah.
just like EDMAN. That was Edmund.
No, I think it's Edmund.
Edmund. Yeah,
Whatever his name.
Edmund
Shabazian.
Shabazian.
That guy.
But
Pretty sure he fights out of Glendale
How
Fight
about
Club.
Marvin Vittori this past weekend?
wait,
Oh, this
no, we didn't talk about. We didn't finish 250. That was the bantamweight card. 250. Sean O'Malley whooping that ass on Eddie Weiland, fucking him up.
Yep, that was sick.
Okay, yeah.
Eddie was looking up at the mat.
Slick
He saw him.
knockout.
Oh, dude, Sean O'Malley. Oh,
I was having fun watching a video of
fuck
him break
me,
that
Sean
down the
O'Malley,
next day.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Beautiful right hand.
because that kick,
Right
that kick that he threw right before that, where he switched stances and threw the spin kick and almost landed that on him, and then he switched again and landed the two.
It backed him up. It backed up Eddie.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that was nice. He might be right when he says that he's the best striker in that division.
I believe so.
I want to see more of him.
Yeah.
He's better than Marlon Moraes.
At bantamweight?
Yeah, dude.
Striking, yeah. Maybe.
I feel like he's more unorthodox.
Marvin's
with
got
his
a
striking.
nasty switch.
I think
kick,
he's a
though.
far better boxer.
Sean?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a better boxer than Cody though. That's what I want to see.
I feel like Cody's got some of the
Cody's
best hands.
so
You know what's wild
fucking
about Sean
fast,
O'Malley
dude.
is he has no traditional martial arts experience at all.
Well, he's younger. How old is he?
25.
25. I've seen that a lot of those guys are starting with MMA as their base. Instead of like starting with wrestling or
That's
starting
the
with
new
boxing
generation.
or
That's the new generation, right?
yeah.
A lot of them will
They're
wrestle.
coming
in high
up
school,
like they're
though.
not specializing in wrestling or Muay Thai or kickboxing. Like they're specializing in MMA,
Yeah.
right? MMA training.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. It's a whole new generation
Very
of
cool.
shit.
Very cool.
It's Sean O'Malley.
Neil Magny, Anthony Rocco Martin.
Wait, who does Sean O'Malley fight next?
Cody.
No.
You think he fights
No,
Cody?
I mean,
next?
I
he's a-
want
he's a
him
like
top
that,
10.
dude.
I want him
He's
to.
a top 10.
Who? Okay, so he just beat Eddie Wineland, who was 14?
15 or 14. Yeah.
14 or 15?
Sean O'Malley is now 15.
He's 15.
Rob Font,
Can we see-
Cody Stammen, Song Yadong, one of those guys.
Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, maybe. even.
Rafael
That's too
Asuncao.
big of a name for him,
Yeah,
dude.
why not? Raphael probably went down to 6 or 7.
Rafael
is
Asuncao.
8.
Oh,
He
there
just
you go.
lost to Cody
Why not?
Garbrandt.
I would love to see, and this really has nothing to do with Sean
Man,
O'Malley.
that top 5, though. Marlon Moraes, Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen, Cody Garbrandt.
The real reason.
Oof. And yet
And then
Aldo-
Jose Aldo's ranked 6th, and he's about to fight for the title.
Aldo should fight Cruz.
Aldo's fighting Jan.
That's what I really.
Aldo's fighting Piotr Jan for
Jan's
the title.
gonna
By the way, yo,
fuck
who
him
takes
up.
that? Who takes that?
Jan's gonna fuck.
What are we
him
talking
up.
about?
Piotr Jan or Jose Aldo?
Jan's gonna kill
Jan's gonna
Aldo.
fuck him
Jan?
up.
I agree as well.
Jan.
I think
He's
Piotr
gonna
Jan.
stomp
fucks
Your
Aldo.
wife's gonna yell at you for being
Fuck
so
him
loud.
up. Fuck him up.
Jimmy Rivera.
Fuck him up.
I think
Jimmy Rivera versus Sean
think
O'Malley.
Jimmy Rivera should fight Sean O'Malley. I think that's a good name
Yeah.
for Sean O'Malley. It's a good big name. He's got 3 knockouts in a row in his weight division. And Jimmy Rivera is ranked number 9 right now. And he's also a big
Yes.
name at the same time.
I-
He's ranked 9th.
Good one.
I completely agree.
Jimmy
Win his
Rivera,
last fight.
let's see.
Do it. Jimmy?
Jimmy
no, he's on
Rivera-
like a full 3
He's
or
on a
3
bit
fight
of a,
skid.
he's on a bit of
I thought he won his last fight.
No.
And does he really want to fight a guy?
I think
he
he
might
got
do
whooped by
that,
Jan.
those two.
That was his last fight. He got whooped by Jan.
Jamie Rivera is on a 2-fight losing
He got whooped by
streak.
Jan in his last
But
fight.
he, Jimmy Rivera lost to Jan via decision, and he lost to Sterling before that via decision. But prior to that, Jimmy Rivera beat John Dodson, who is currently ranked 13.
What about Dodson versus Sean?
Dodson versus O'Malley? I think give O'Malley a bigger
I wouldn't
name. Give
even
him
I
want
like
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Rivera.
I like
man.
Jimmy. Yeah, you're right.
Like, give
you're
him a
right.
real challenge.
posterized Dodson.
Three first round. I think he's on 3 first round knockouts in a row, right?
At least 2.
At least 2. I think his
not
fight
3.
before that was
The
on,
fight before that was when he was laying on the mat with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. Or
That was
something in
like
his fight.
second round. No, second round, third round.
No, that was a
decision.
He got a decision,
Yeah.
yeah. Because he tore his shit. He didn't finish the fight.
Yeah.
He's on.
So it's decision and then 2 knockouts.
2 fights in first round finishes in like spectacular fashion.
Mhm.
I say give him a Jimmy. John Dodson would be a cool fight too. Like not a bad fight. Like you're giving him someone who's got a name. He's ranked 13th.
But
He's
Jimmy.
he's two spots ahead. I like the Jimmy Rivera fight. Jimmy Rivera ranked 9, coming off 2 hard losses. It gives Jimmy Rivera, because like let's be honest, like Sean O'Malley has a name. He's got a fucking name, dude. Like people know who he is, even though he's just hit number 15. He's got that fucking name. So John Dodson, I guess, if you really think about it, wouldn't be a bad fight because Dodson's got a name too.
Not as big
He's
as
been fighting
Jimmy,
for a
I
long
feel
time.
like.
Not as big as Jimmy, but he's got a name.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing for Dodson if he gets the win to prove that he should stay in the top 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like, approaching that top 10. And for O'Malley, that's a big name to put away. Piotr Jan just beat John Dodson. I think 2 fights ago, Piotr Jan beat Dodson.
Who do you
It
think?
was a big fight for him.
Who do you think is the easier fight for Sean O'Malley? John
Dodson.
Dodson or Jamie Rivera?
Dodson,
I
for
said-
sure.
No, the easier.
I say
John
I say
Dodson's an
Jimmy
easier fight,
Rivera.
I think. I
I
think
say-
Jimmy
Hell
Rivera's
nah.
a harder fight, dude.
I feel
John Dodson just
What?
knocked out his last opponent.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he could get close.
I don't care that he did that,
Dodson?
though.
You think?
No, I don't
John
think
Dodson-
Dodson.
I think Jimmy Rivera is a harder fight, dude.
I
Hell
don't think
no.
Dodson could get close to O'Malley.
I feel
Yeah, no, Rivera for sure.
I feel
It's a
Rivera.
harder fight over Dodson.
I think Jimmy Rivera is a harder fight for O'Malley than John Dodson.
No, I feel Rivera's easier because
Really?
he's
Yeah, okay,
he's
why?
been knocked out before. Dodson,
Sure.
I don't remember the last time he got knocked out. I'm sure he has, but Rivera's definitely been knocked out. He got knocked out against Moraes. The reason I know that was in Utica. I was there. But but other than that, I'm pretty sure Rivera got pieced up by Jan in his last fight. I just feel like, yeah, Rivera's easier fight than
Yeah,
Dodson.
he is.
He's more hittable. Whereas Dodson, it's harder to hit
Yeah,
him.
that's why they call him the magician, because he's so elusive.
Yeah. Which isn't a good fight for O'Malley. He wants to hit you. Not just take you down, not just win by points. He wants to knock you out.
Yeah, and John Dodson looked great in his last fight, whereas Jimmy Rivera has not looked great in a few fights.
Yeah, and Jimmy Rivera's ranked higher. Even though Rivera versus Dodson, who wins?
Dodson just fought Wood. What was
Nathaniel Wood, and he was like a
Nathaniel Wood.
big up-and-comer. He was the favorite to win
and
that
Dodson
fight.
beat him, right?
Yeah, he knocked
It was
him out.
February 15th. Before that, he lost to Piotr Jan. Dude, Rivera and Dodson. Okay, Jimmy Rivera and John Dodson fought each other
No, I know that.
on
I'm s-
September 8th of 2018, and Rivera beat him.
No, I know that. I'm
By
still
split.
saying Dodson's the better fighter. Like, I don't care who won on that.
That was by
night.
split,
I still
right?
think he's a better fighter.
He beat Pedro Munoz. He lost
Who did?
John Dodson.
John Dodson beat Pedro Munoz. That
Beat
should
Pe-
tell you enough.
Yeah, beat Pedro Munoz.
That should tell you a lot right there.
That's true. I
Pedro's
agree.
like number 6.
Then he lost to Rivera, lost to Jan, and then he beat Wood. I don't know. I feel like Jimmy Rivera is a harder fight, man. It's just I don't know.
You're entitled to your opinion, even though it's wrong.
Well, I mean, Zach agrees with me, so. Yeah,
Zach, you're saying Dotson's the harder fight?
No, he said Rivera's, right? He said Rivera's
I
harder.
think Rivera's a harder fight.
I don't think either one of them would be a hard fight.
For O'Malley.
Honestly, I really don't.
That's fair. That's fair.
I really don't. I mean, O'Malley looks like
A world beater.
yeah, but he also kind of looks like Izzy, where he's so long and lanky
Yeah.
that he can just strike you from anywhere. He's gonna keep you at distance. You're not gonna get in close to try and hit him with anything big. So any of these little guys that are gonna be at a 6 or 7 reach disadvantage have no chance. Absolutely no
Rivera
chance.
beat Uriah Faber.
Rivera did?
Jimmy Rivera beat Uriah Faber.
I remember
shit.
that.
It was in September. It was the end of 2016, which we're going a little far back. But then
Wasn't
he
that his
also beat
debut?
Almeida. He beat Almeida as well.
Thomas Almeida?
In July of 2017. Yeah, he beat Almeida.
Oh yeah, Jimmy
And he lost
used
to
to be
Marais,
much
and
better
he
than
lost
he
to
is now.
Marais. Then he beat Dodson, and then he lost to Sterling and Piotr Jan. That's where Rivera's at. His last 4 or 5 fights. Beat Faber, beat Almeida, lost to Marais, beat Dodson, lost to Sterling, lost to Piotr Jan.
So he's lost the top 5.
Welcome to guys reading the internet.
I just think he's a tougher fight. I think he's a tougher guy. I think he's a tougher fight. I think he's more experienced. I think he's a bigger name.
We will see.
And
what
I like
happens.
it. Let's make it happen. What's next?
Jesus.
Funkmaster and the Sandman.
It is Sandman?
Yeah.
See, I was talking to Nick today. I was like, who else has Sandman? Because he said that I was Ryan Sandman Sampson.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's Sandman? Is it Sandhagen? He's like, I'm not really sure.
Corey Sandhagen.
Yes, it is
He's
Sandman.
the Sandman.
Sweet.
All right, what about that fight?
Funkmaster looked really, 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 really good, and looked more like it should be him and Piotr Jan fighting
Spoiler
for the
alert,
title instead
first
of
round
Jose Aldo.
submission.
Yeah,
For
Quick.
those of you who didn't know.
under 1:30.
Yeah. Aljo looked phenomenal.
Looked really good.
And
Corey
officially
managed to tap just before he went out,
Yep.
but he did.
then he
go
went out. Yep. Then Sandhagen officially went unconscious.
Yep.
And
They actually had trouble waking him back up.
yeah, they
If you
did.
saw it,
Yeah.
he was really out.
And Dana said that Aljo is officially #1 contender.
Yep.
I think
So
he should've been.
Aljamain Sterling
He should've
is going to
been.
fight
He
the
deserves
winner.
it.
He's actually not ranked #1 though. I think
No,
Marlon Moraes
he's like
still is.
2 or 3, right?
Yeah, because Marais fought for the title and then beat Aldo. You
Yeah.
can't really lose your spot.
Yeah, Marlon Moraes, Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen, Cody Garbrandt. So Cody moved up. Spoiler alert: he knocked out Rafael Sunsao after
Spoiler.
this fight.
With a hell of a punch.
Yeah, but Sandhagen didn't move. Sandhagen didn't lose the spot. He stayed at 4.
We see where he was?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think he kind of deserves that because that was quick. That's one of those ones where it's kind of like a flash KO.
Yeah, he didn't.
Where
get
like if he sneaks and gets the back, it's like, oh
didn't-
shit, there's nothing I can fucking do about
He didn't
that.
get dominated.
He didn't
right?
get a chance to display his skill.
Yeah.
When I saw that he lost, I instantly felt bad for you because I know how big of a Sandhagen fan you are.
I like Sandhagen.
Yep.
Isn't
he
Hall
looked-
like your boy?
He looked really good up till then. Yeah,
Hall?
him and
Oh, Ryan
are-
Hall.
Ryan
are
Hall.
buddies,
Ryan
but-
Hall,
Hopefully
like,
that
like
Ricardo
Zach, like
Lamas
Ryan
fight
Hall
still
is
happens.
like it's your boy, dude.
That's just because of his fight style.
Doesn't he have a fight coming up soon?
No.
He had Ricardo Lamas before all
He
this
was
shit.
supposed
got
to.
Ah,
and
that's
then everything
right.
went
Yes,
fucking
Lamas.
sideways.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen.
Oh, did you know?
Fuck.
Male llamas, when it's during mating
Male
season,
llamas?
male llamas will bite off the testicles of other male llamas
What?
to eliminate competition.
I do the same thing.
That's fucked up.
That's a baller move.
Every
Isn't
spring,
that pretty
like,
boss?
all right,
It is.
summer's getting close.
Who knew llamas were that fucking violent? It's
I mean-
ridiculous.
Okay, fun fact again.
Mm-hmm.
My father bought a tractor from an alpaca farm,
Okay.
and all the males had their testicles still.
Yeah.
Yeah. They weren't biting their testicles off.
I don't know.
Well, they're not llamas.
Interesting.
That's
They're
true.
alpacas.
They're not true llamas.
Isn't it?
Are they
An alpaca is a
around?
type of
alpaca.
llama.
Are they around female llamas?
But it's not a llama. I think an
Are
alpaca
they around
and a
female
llama are two different
alpacas?
things.
I thought an alpaca was a type of llama.
Are they around
but it's not a
female
llama, though.
alpacas?
Yeah,
Are they?
I think so.
Because that's the thing. Is like if it's just a bunch of male fucking llamas, it's like yeah,
It's like
whatever.
saying
There's
like
nothing to
a
fight over.
like a Korean is
But-
a person. Like of course they're a person, but they're
but-
different from like a Dutch person.
But
They're different.
But
They're like the same, but they're different. But they're different.
If there's some ladies around, then there's something to fight over. Then there's some testicle biting.
Then there's some testicle fighting.
And not the good kind you pay for.
And you have to have the safe word.
Llamas.
Llama is the safe word.
Oh, God.
Moving on. So, we mentioned it quickly. Cody Garbrandt knocked Rafael Assunção the fuck out.
Into another dimension.
Yeah, that was awesome. Buzzer beater. Honestly, I thought we had another Israel Adesanya Robert Whittaker thing where he was gonna knock him out like just before the bell, and they were gonna let it go to the next round anyway.
No, he was out.
Yeah,
He was out.
yeah. I was worried for a second because it was like right at the bell.
They couldn't even get him to sit up on the stool after.
Oh,
He
I
kept
know. He
falling
was
off
fucked
of it.
up. He was fucked up.
Ryan, what are you talking about?
Talk about llamas.
Llama.
And then we already hit the one after that, which is Amanda Nunes
Alright,
and Felicia
what is that
Spencer.
one? Spencer and Amanda.
Yeah. So you already said who you want to see Amanda fight next.
Yes, I would like to see her fight Megan Anderson. Megan Anderson. Megan.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's the next most
Wanted.
wanted, the most
Desirable.
gonna give her a fight, the most
She's
Competitive?
the most deserving.
competitive. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the word. Competitive. The most competitive fight for Amanda right now. Amanda Nunes is
You just
Megan
think it's the
Anderson.
length?
I think that's the most competitive fight. I think Megan is on a 2-fight win streak, and granted, like that's nothing crazy, but for the division she's in, she's won 2 fights in a row, and I think she's proven herself over the last like year and a half is those 2 wins, because there's not a lot of girls in that weight class for her to fight, so she's not fighting every 4 to 6 months. You know, it's a little spread apart. So 2 fights, year and a half, and she's shown improvement, a ridiculous amount of improvement. She got choked out, and then she wins via submission, and then in her next fight to make it 2 in a row, she wins via first round knockout, a crazy good fucking knockout against a tough girl. I can't
Wasn't it
remember
just
the
like a
chick's
straight-
name
wasn't it
that
just
she
a
knocked
jab?
out, but she knocked her out.
Wasn't it just a jab too? It wasn't
Yeah.
even
Just
anything
a
crazy. It was
just
like
a straight jab, boom,
and
knocked
just
her out.
straight through, girl.
Just done,
crumbled.
right? So I think that's just the most competitive fight Amanda can have right now. And I feel like instead of going back and forth, just like, what's your most competitive fight? Fight that fight. I think that's fucking Megan Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a little biased, and I think we all are kind of a little biased here, but putting that aside, I still think the most competitive fight is that fight.
Yeah. I feel like
That's where I'm at.
Nunes definitely has not more competition, but like a harder fight at featherweight just because of the size. Megan Anderson is a true featherweight. She will never make bantamweight.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Never.
like
She's too tall.
she's too tall. She's big.
She's 5'11".
She's just
like that.
big.
She's tall.
She was like 6'1".
Max Holloway
She
is
might
also
even be.
5'11".
He's the same height as Megan.
He's not making 135 either.
No, he's not.
Nope.
But yeah, I'd like to see Megan fight Amanda Nunes at featherweight. Like keep Amanda Nunes up at featherweight, beat Megan. That's pretty much the entire
I
division.
mean, women's bantamweight has 2 fights coming up that are going to be.
Megan Anderson is
The
6
next
foot
fight
even.
will be those
Oh,
people
wow.
going for
Just-
titles.
6
In
foot.
case you guys didn't know,
6
Megan,
foot even.
she's 6 foot.
She's
Megan
taller
is
than me.
6.
So
taller
we
than all
just
of us.
said
I'm
we just said
5'11".
what Holly
I'm like
Holm is
I'm
fighting.
5'11 and 3/4.
I'm
Aldana?
5'10" and a half.
Yeah.
I say I'm 6 foot because I'm a 1/4 inch. Fuck that shit. Just like Jessica I missing weight by a fucking 1/4 of a pound. Same shit. I just call her 126.
So Holly
126
Holm
and
is
a quarter?
fighting Aldana,
Fuck that.
If Aldana beats Holly Holm, Aldana deserves a shot at bantamweight.
and then Aspen Ladd is fighting Sarah McMahon. So then who gets the title shot? So
Aldana.
If Ladd wins and Aldana wins, but Aspen Ladd is ranked 2 spots ahead of Aldana.
Yeah, but
give
Aldana
Aspen
beating
Ladd-
Holly Holm will put her above Aspen Ladd. Because Holly Holm, what is she ranked?
2.
Holmes not going to lose
Exactly.
that fight.
If Aldana,
You think
Aldana's not
Aldana's
gonna be
just
Holly
gonna
Holm.
literally snag her spot even if Aspen Ladd wins?
I don't
what's
think
what's
Aldana
Aspen Ladd
beats her.
ranked?
3.
I think she becomes 3, and then Aspen Ladd drops down to 4.
Hold on though. Do
You
you
think
think
she
Aldana? Do you
drops
think
with a
Aldana
win?
beats Holly Holm?
That's okay. That's a better question.
Yeah. Pause. Like rewind. Do you think? Yeah. Slow down a little bit. Do you think Holly Holm actually loses that fight against Aldana?
No.
Aldana?
Aldana.
Yes,
What's
Irene
wrong with
Aldana.
me? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, she's.
I said it, and when I heard myself say it, I was like, wait.
No, you got
Yeah,
it.
Do I
that's
think she
okay.
loses that fight? No, I don't. I think Holly Holm wins that fight.
I do too.
I
think
do
Holly
too.
Holm wins that fight.
I do too.
I think Ladd
But I
wins
really
her
don't
fight.
want to see her fight for a title again, only because she just got knocked out like 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty recently. I think Aspen Ladd wins that fight
And
too.
Aspen Ladd got kind of fucked out of that fight with Jermaine Durand to me.
She did.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree.
So if Aspen and Holly both win, Aspen should get the shot.
Real quick,
Yeah, I don't think Holly gets a shot.
I remember right after that fight, you said that Jermaine Durandamy definitely deserved
Tough
the
name,
win.
right?
Yeah, Durandamy definitely won that fight. You're like, oh yeah, Aspen Ladd was so fucked up and everything. I was like, no, she
She
wasn't.
was
out.
fucked up from the weight cut. She definitely was fucked up from the weight
But
cut.
the
for that
punch,
fight.
It shouldn't look good.
the one punch that landed, I don't think she was out. I think she could have kept on fighting.
No, I think she probably could have too.
See, right after, go back and watch the guys talking fights.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to.
Okay. you
Go back and watch them all. We don't know which
Asking me
episode.
for
it is.
consistency. Jesus fucking Christ.
and subscribe.
It was episode 14.
Ryan.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Quit fucking itching yourself.
Mosquito bites.
Stop.
I'm a tweaker.
Quit chilling off Codnoy.
I need some crack.
It's a swamp. It's a swamp.
Swamp donkey.
Get out of my
Stop it.
swamp.
So do we want to talk about the card coming up?
Swamp
Yeah,
donkeys.
let's do that. Yeah, we had a card coming
Did we
up
miss
in
any other
like
fights?
6 days.
The ones from last weekend.
Blades
that we didn't
versus
talk about.
Volkov.
Nobody
We didn't
cares.
talk about them at all.
Yeah, fuck I and Cynthia Cabot. Actually, Cynthia Cabot.
Cynthia Calvillo looked good, but Andre Touchy-Feely, good for him.
That was a good fight against
I think it was
Charles
just a
Jourdain.
split decision, correct?
It was.
Charles Jourdain, he's a talented fucking guy. He
knocked out
reminds me.
Superboy Choi.
This
You know what?
fucking guy.
He fucking reminds me. Let me tell you, dude. I get drunk. I pick up accents.
This fucking guy.
I fucking pick up some randomly for no fucking reason whatsoever.
All right, moving on.
He no. He reminds me. Oh fuck, dude.
That's what you get for getting drunk.
Oh no.
Who are you even
Jordan.
talking about? Touchy feely?
Jordan.
Jordan reminds me of someone.
Air
He-
Jordan?
Yep. He reminds me of someone. He's lost his last couple fights. He used to be a former champion.
Garbrandt?
170 pounds. The beard.
Carlos Condit.
Carlos Condit! That's it. Jordan, he reminds me of Carlos Condit the way he
And
fights.
your wife's going to come down here and fight us.
I don't care. Well, fuck, dude.
do.
We told her she could be a
Anyone
guest on here.
Anyone will fuck her. She can be a guest screaming at me. That's fine. You can all see what I deal with every day of my life. Every fucking day.
I'd be terrified
Look at my
for
eyes.
him.
Every fucking
Yeah, but that
day.
wedding ring really comes in handy. Wedding wing.
Every
That wedding
fucking
wing really comes in handy.
I'm just kidding. My wife's awesome, dude. My wife's great. She's great. She's a great person. She's awesome. She's super nice. She comes off as a hard ass. She's really fucking not. She's really not.
Moving on.
She has certain days, but every woman does. She's fucking great. She's awesome. She's a great chick.
Moo.
Hell yeah,
Moving
brother.
on.
Why are we being weird about the moving on thing? I'm being honest.
No, I said
Because
hell
this
yeah.
guy's
cool as
talking
fuck.
fights.
She's cool as fuck.
Hell yeah, brother.
My wife's cool. She's kind of a cunt sometimes. But,
This is why we keep trying to move on.
I'll never see this. No woman's ever watching this
I'm
shit.
going to
Come
send
on.
it to her.
Go ahead, dude. Have fun.
I
She's like,
think-
oh, you talked
can I
about
get-
me.
I think every man
1 minute,
13.
1 minute, 11 seconds.
Oh, dude, she's awesome. She's
Oh,
great.
she's pretty
I fucking
cool.
love her.
1 1
She's
1
awesome.
1.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
She's awesome. I love her. I married her. I had 2 kids with her. She's kind of a cunt sometimes.
1 minute, 13 seconds as well.
Is what it is.
Add that to the list.
You mean an hour?
What?
Hour and 13? You said a minute and 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's a minute and 13 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry.
All right, have fun with that.
Guys talking fights.
What's next? What are we talking about here?
GTF.
Blades versus Volkov.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Next
Good
week.
fight.
Sick co-main. Josh
Wait.
Emmett versus Shane Burgos.
Tyson Nam. I want to talk about him. He looked fucking great out of Hawaii.
He knocked out someone.
First round finish looked fantastic.
Who did he knock out?
Who did he knock out?
Some random dude.
I think it was something Russian, I think.
Nikita Krylov?
He
No.
was like an undefeated K1 kickboxer.
Habib Nurmagomedov.
It was
Is
not Habib.
Makachev?
No. I don't know what his name was. But
it's just
but Tyson Nam did knock him out. First round.
Yes.
I saw that. Good killer instinct.
Yep.
Good killer
He looks
instinct.
really good.
The guy was pretty much out, but then he really just turned the lights off at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, and the guy he knocked out was 3-1, but he was like 19-3 as a kickboxer. So I feel like when you knock out a kickboxer, you did something pretty fucking phenomenal.
Because he was a striker. You knocked out a striker.
Right, you knocked out a striker. You knocked out a guy who was a professional kickboxer, 19-3 at what's that organization? Just
K1.
K1? Is it K1?
Yeah, it's K1. Kickboxing.
Was it K1?
Yeah.
Sure.
Balls?
Wieners?
It was either K1 or K9, dog.
Yeah. K9 dog. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
K9 dog. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry. Relax. It's okay.
Josh Emmett, Shane Burgos.
Hell yeah. I
Give
love
me
that
Burgos.
fight.
Okay.
That's my main event.
Oh, that's such a good fight.
Burgos,
Hell yeah.
Burgos,
Yes, the
Burgos.
Hurricane.
Sick.
Shane.
I'd probably go with,
Hurricane Shane.
probably go with
baby.
Burgos in that one.
Oh, you made one of those another
Dude, he had the nastiest knockout of Americani.
You want to put in the shoe
When
again?
he did that 3-piece,
No,
he like hit
I'm
him with a
just gonna try
jab
it.
and then a straight and then
It's
a
a little-
head kick as he was going down. It was
Coronita.
beautiful.
Coronita.
And give me blades.
Again.
Blades.
Oh yeah,
Blades.
razor
Blades.
blades all day.
Yeah. Yeah, razor blades.
All day. Blades all day.
Blades all day.
Who else is on that card? My phone's about to die, otherwise I'd look, but
That's all right. Yeah, I'd take blades in that as well. Also, and I guess
Roxanne
when
Modafferi's on this card.
Yeah, but she's fighting.
Lauren Murphy.
That's right. Lauren Murphy's the girl that you and I watched after everyone else went upstairs and we were watching those fights, and she
She's-
finished someone. I
she's
forgot who it was.
she's the one that fought KGB Lee, and it was like a bad decision. She won.
Who?
Lauren Murphy.
Murphy, yeah. Murphy.
KGB Lee like was definitely one.
She's coming off a win over Macy Barber.
Yes.
She's ranked 9th right now.
She wrecked
and
Macy
she
Barber.
beat
Yeah, fucked
Antonina
her-
before
fucked her
that.
leg up.
Shevchenko.
Oh, that's right. She beat Shevchenko before that.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's a few good fights on
So
this card.
Shevchenko's lost
Yeah.
2 in a row then? Because she
Favola,
just lost
Camacho.
against Chukagian.
Yes.
Chukagian, by the way, Chukagian looked fucking phenomenal in
And-
that fight,
yeah.
right?
She
Was
lost
that
against
2
one
weeks ago? 2-3
Shevchenko.
weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
3 weeks
What?
ago, maybe?
Chukagian and Shevchenko.
Chukagian and Shevchenko.
Oh, yeah,
Antonina.
that was like 2-3 weeks
Antonina
ago.
Shevchenko
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
Ken.
She lost to
The
Valentina and
older
then beat.
Shevchenko.
Yeah, and
The
Chukagian
other
looks. Shout out to her, man. Fucking phenomenal.
Blonde
If we haven't-
fighter.
I don't. Do we call her out yet? I don't know if we.
No.
Or Valentina?
Did we mention that?
Or Antonita.
No. Chukagian for beating Antonina.
We didn't.
Jillian Robertson, Courtney
Yeah,
Casey.
that was fucking great. Good
Oh,
fucking
the
win by
Savage.
her. Chukagian, very,
Pichota,
very
Marc
dominant
Andre
performance over Antonina Shevchenko.
Hmm.
Oh, is it this card that Clay Guida is Bobby Green?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Jim Miller's fighting.
Roosevelt Roberts.
Yes,
that dude looked
dude.
so good last.
Yep.
Roberts,
I
man,
think
he's
Robert-
scary, man.
I think he
Yeah,
beats.
he's a scary fucking guy.
I think he beats Jim Miller.
Oh,
That
baby.
fucking guy.
The fucking scary
Oh
fucking
yeah,
guy, dude.
he's gonna beat Jim Miller.
fucking scary.
Do we know why? Do we know why that fight's at catchweight already? Like they already
yeah,
announced
I was-
it's a
I was wondering
catchweight.
about
It's like a
that.
160 fight.
Who's that?
One? Yes, Jim Miller and Robertson.
Because Miller's kind of a fat old guy and
He's not fat.
needs the extra. needs the extra.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. He's not fat by like normal standards, but he's like DC. He's got a belly.
He's from Sparta.
You walking
New
out of here?
Jersey.
You walking out because you don't like my Jim Miller take?
Later, dude.
Why are you hating on me? What's he gotta go?
Fuck this fucking
Piss out
guy.
hot sauce?
Fuck this fucking guy. Hope your dick burns when you pee.
He has chlamydia,
the
just like the koalas.
I was gonna say, that's not 'cause of hot
Your
sauce.
dick burns when you pee.
Get fucked by a koala.
Well. Dude, what's that thing about giraffes?
Oh, giraffes don't yawn?
Giraffes don't yawn.
Yeah.
How is that a thing?
Yeah, giraffes don't
How is
yawn.
that possibly?
Can you imagine how long it would take a
I
giraffe to
mean,
yawn
like, I
with
feel
that
like
neck?
every animal you think of, like, even like you see like toads and fucking
My
and
dog
shit, they
yawns.
like dogs, yeah, like cats.
Giraffes don't yawn.
That makes no sense to me. Are we sure about this?
Yeah.
Look, every other animal yawns.
Scorpions can hold their breath for 6 days.
6
Eat
days?
your heart
days.
out, Houdini.
Did they have to take like a breath first, or they just kind of like if you just took a fucking?
If you just grabbed a scorpion off the ground and
Just
chucked it into
threw
the
it in
water,
the water.
it should be able to survive for up to 6 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not
Underwater.
grabbing a scorpion.
No, neither am I.
You shouldn't. You never should,
You gotta
especially
grab it
now.
by the tail.
Dude, the smell of that hot sauce makes me want to drink more of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually really good, dude.
Why would that ever
Frank's
happen?
Red Hot's so fucking good.
So if I have to take hot shots, I'm just gonna be like, dude, you can take. them
Dude,
for
you
me.
have to take one. I
You're
know you
welcome.
do for sure.
No, I don't.
Out of the shoe.
Why would I need to take one?
You ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe? Do
Mayonnaise?
you love me? Do you think I could? Bailey's.
Oh, I thought you
I'm
said
old
mayonnaise.
Greg. Old Greg, dude. You guys know about old Greg?
You ever drink mayonnaise out of a
Anybody
shoe?
watching this right now, if you fucking watch this for whatever reason, YouTube old Greg. You ever drink Bailey's out of a shoe?
No.
I'm old Greg. I got a mangina.
No.
No?
Wow. Came into a weird
Do you love me?
situation going on.
Do you think you could love me?
Welcome to Guys Talking Fights.
I'm pretty sure I have the same body type as Jim Miller.
Oh, we're still talking about Jim Miller?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about bullshit. When
He's cool. Jim Miller's cool.
He's a cool guy.
I think he's going to lose against...
facts for Will, and he freaked
Oh,
out
against
about it.
Roberts?
Where are we at
Absolutely.
time-wise?
Yeah, I
Where
think
are we
he's
at?
gonna lose.
Just
Over
curious.
an hour 20.
That's fine.
We're
No,
about to
just
hit an hour
curious.
21.
we can do whatever we want.
On the rush whatsoever. I'm just curious where we're at. We've been talking for a while.
Whatever.
We
whatever I
haven't.
do.
We haven't been. I feel like we have.
Right.
Hour 20 is not even what I was even thinking we were possibly. I thought we were over 2 hours.
Okay, how about Guida versus Green? Who we got?
Bobby Green.
Taking Bobby Green?
Bobby Green.
Clay Guida.
Bobby Green.
Man, Guida. Fuck. Yeah, Guida, man. I think Guida.
Bobby Green.
To
He's
keep,
such a tough fucking guy.
Bobby Green.
What's Bobby Green? What was his last fight?
Bobby
What we got? What we
to
got
keep
in
it
the
interesting,
fight?
I'm going to take Green only because he's taking Green. You guys are taking Guida.
I think, well, yeah. What was Bobby Green's last fight though? I think I want to go Guida, but let me.
Guida's last fight was
So
so too ahead of
Miller. He got
ourselves here.
choked out.
So Green
I got
actually,
choked out by Jim Miller.
Yeah.
so Green
Oh, fuck.
actually
Alright,
came
alright.
over from
That was
Strikeforce.
Guida.
Green actually came over from Strikeforce,
Guida. Guida did. Yeah.
and he was looking pretty good at first. But
Yeah.
he kind of fell off, unfortunately. Why?
I feel like taking my socks off, dude. Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, the Corona.
Sure. Cool. Ryan trying to get me hammered right now. He's like, hey, by the way, you want another Corona?
It's just
I was
really,
taking my socks off. Dude. I felt like taking my fucking socks off. Nothing to do with me being drunk or nothing. I just want to take my fucking socks off.
drink out of the shoe.
You ever want to take your socks off? You've never wanted to like just take off your socks?
No.
You're a sociopath then.
Yeah.
Everybody at some point in your life has wanted to be like, you know what? I just want to take my fucking socks off.
I mean, I like your.
Vinny,
What?
at some point in your life, you've been like, you know what? Let's get these fucking socks off.
Dude, every day when I like get home,
Every
I
fucking day. You telling me, Ryan, you've never wanted to just take your socks off?
I mean, I really like the Guys Talking Fights studio, but it is no beach. Okay, it's not a beach.
Who said it was a beach?
Well, if it was a beach, I might want to take my socks
You
off.
like the studio, but it doesn't knock your socks off.
It doesn't knock my socks
Trinaldo. He beat Trinaldo, who looks like a 75-year-old man.
He does look old.
Close.
Does it knock your socks
Not
off?
Dracar Close. It doesn't look like somebody else named Close. And Cock.
Oh,
Wieners, wieners,
Eric Koch?
wieners, wieners,
Oh,
wieners.
yeah,
it
Eric
Coke?
Koch, yeah.
is it Eric Koch?
Coke?
It's not Cock.
Is it Eric?
Coke?
I don't know. It's some white guy whose name's
Eric
Cock.
snorting Coke?
No,
It's-
it's Coke.
I think
the
it's
other
Eric
white
Koch.
stuff.
Yeah, it's Eric Koch.
It's what's for dinner tonight.
Coke.
No, Cock.
Cock. What's for dinner?
Cock.
Cock,
Oh, Coke, the Cox dessert.
Eric Coker.
Cock for dessert.
Fucking cocks.
Cock soup.
Cocks. Cock soup. Cock salad. Cocker spaniel.
Moving on.
Moving on. I don't know what's next. What's next?
We just covered this card coming up.
Zabit and Yair. Who wins?
What?
What was the main event?
Who?
Zabit. Zabit
Blades and
Yair.
Volkov.
Whoa. Have you not heard about Zabit and Yair?
Of course I have, but you're like skipping ahead by like several weeks.
I'm just throwing shit out. We're getting lully right now. We're like kind of like, all right,
Oh,
No,
we
I
are
know,
here.
but like
and no one said anything, so I
it's
just
like
threw
we've
out
never
Zabit
done this
Yair.
before, and you don't know that there's going to be another fight like.
I
next
just
week,
threw it out
and
there. No one said anything, so I said Zabit Yair. No one said nothing.
I'm taking Zabit.
Zabit.
Actually,
It's a good fucking fight.
Zabit.
Wait. Before we move on, is there something else we wanted to talk about?
No.
probably next week's card.
All right, so
We already did.
dude.
No, I mean like the week after that.
Why were we going 2 weeks ahead of time?
I mean, we're going all the way to Zabit.
I'm
No,
throwing shit
that's
out.
why I'm wondering
throwing
why
shit
we're
out
doing
there.
that.
Because it's a big fight that's happening
No,
soon.
it's
I'm not
not.
going
It's a
over.
weak
I'm not
fight.
going over the whole fucking card. I'm just throwing out a big fight that's been talked about.
Might as well go to July 11th.
We can talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. If
No,
you don't
we
want to
can't.
talk about it, we won't talk about it. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't fucking care.
Khabib's gonna fight in September.
No, he's yeah.
We opened with Gaethje Khabib.
Connor retired.
Who cares?
Again.
Cejudo retired. Vacated everything.
all right.
Jorge
Good,
retired.
you know that's good. All right, pause. Here we go. Fighter pay. Everyone freaking out about fighter pay. Masvidal, John
Dana White's
Jones,
gonna fight Dan
Right?
Levitard.
So what?
Who?
Oh yeah.
Who's Dan Levitard?
We're
who
getting
hosts a radio
ahead of
show.
ourselves.
Who hosts a what?
Radio show.
Oh.
Out
It's
of
like
Miami.
an ESPN guy, I think.
Yeah, but he beefs.
Was
with
that the
It
guy
was,
that-
I listened to the whole thing, by the way. I listened to the whole interview. It was really lighthearted. It wasn't really that big
yeah.
of a fucking deal.
Yeah, no. It's
Anyone
because
who
they've been
cares,
going.
listen
They've been
to
going
it
at
and
it for
realize
years.
it is what it is. If they fight, cool. Like I'd watch it, but like it's not like a big thing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
If it
it's
happens,
kind of funny
great.
because the one guy is way bigger than Dana White. Like he's like 6'4"
Yeah, but he's kind of like
or
out of
6'5".
shape. Though. He's like out of shape.
Yeah, he's probably 280 or something like that. Like, he's a
Dana-
big dude.
Dana, like, if he was to fight in the UFC, right now he'd be a heavyweight. Because I remember,
Yeah,
he's
he's probably like
240 pounds, 230 pounds.
You think he's that much? He's only
He's
like
like 230.
5'10".
Whatever-
He's a
What-
big guy though. He's
Yeah.
pretty broad.
What-
He's got
yeah.
muscle. He works out. He's probably 230.
when Rashad Evans won the heavyweight fighter, or the heavyweight Ultimate Fighter number 2, Dana White even said, I'm bigger than you. And Rashad won at heavyweight. Rashad
Yeah.
Evans. So whatever Rashad weighed in at that point, which was over 205 pounds, Dana White was more than that at that point. We're literally talking like 13 years ago or something.
So,
So-
he probably weighs more than what he weighs now. What he weighed then.
I think
Probably
he
weighs
was
more.
probably more muscular because now he's older. He's 13 years older.
Yeah, but I feel like he does fluctuate a lot. Like sometimes you see him, he's like, oh, gee, he looks like he's in really good shape, and other times you're like, Dana, why don't you lift some weights and lay off the fucking hamburgers? You know. I don't know what he weighs right
happens
now.
when
I
you
don't
sell
know what
the
he
company
weighs.
for
I have no fucking
4.2
idea.
billion.
Speaking of fighter pay,
Yeah,
Everybody's
Go ahead.
quitting because they're not getting paid enough.
quitting.
they're not quitting.
I think Jorge Masvidal probably should have taken what he was offered when he
Yeah.
fought Nate Diaz to fight fucking Kamaru Usman,
He should have.
but he turned it down.
He should have, because if he would have won, that's all the negotiating power in the world when you have the belt.
Yep.
Well, he does have a belt.
No,
Yeah, but he
the
doesn't
belt,
really have a belt.
Not.
He doesn't have the undisputed championship. He has the
He's the
he has a
undisputed
belt
BMF.
that was made that's fun, that's really cool. That's awesome that
He's
he
the
has
undisputed
it, but, like,
BMF
Sure.
of
okay,
the world.
Great. Doesn't mean shit now.
No.
It meant a lot when he got it, but now that he has it and he won it, it is what it is. That was the whole idea behind it. It's like, oh cool, you're the BMF. All right.
Yeah, now you
All right,
got.
now here's your shot at the title. I'll give you the same amount of money that you made, which is like over $2 million. And he was like,
That's not enough.
no, I'm good. I think it's ridiculous.
I
That's
feel
not
like
enough.
I feel like he should make just a little bit more, but not double.
I think
What do you
it's
think he'd
like,
make
dude,
with pay-per-views? What do you think his total would be?
Did he get pay-per-view buys, the
He should
pay-per-view
have.
percentage when he fought Nate
Most
Diaz?
of the main
Yeah.
cards get
'Cause
pay-per-views.
did.
He
This
did.
is the main event.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So he'd still get pay-per-view
they
percentage.
offered the UFC on Monday, which was very recent, but the UFC offered him the same amount of money that he got when he fought Nate Diaz on that pay-per-view.
I say add in another $250,000, and that's fair.
But he's gonna make less. He's not gonna.
Well, okay, but again, tell me what you think his total would be. You're saying the UFC is going to pay him $2 million, and you're saying that the pay-per-view is going to be what added to his
who
bank
knows?
account?
500.
Well, it's gonna
Okay,
be less.
500K,
It's gonna be
that's it?
less than when he fought Nate Diaz.
What do you
I
mean?
think it will be. I think that. I
It's gonna
think
be less.
That's like standard.
Him and Usman
Well, but
is
that's
not
what I
gonna.
mean.
Him and
That-
Usman is not gonna pull the pay-per-view numbers that him and Nate pulled.
here's
no,
what.
definitely
Okay,
But they're still offering him the same amount of money.
all right, hang on.
So it's like, dude, fucking take the money.
But also tell me,
Take the $2 million fucking dollars that most people aren't going to see in their lifetime.
okay,
Take that
but,
again, and do the fucking fight, dude.
Okay,
And he says no, so now
every
guess what?
other
Gilbert Burns
industry-
gets it, which he very much deserves it, by the way.
Every
Hold on. Say what you want to say in 2 seconds. I swear to God. I promise. I'm not going to go on too far on this. Gilbert Burns, does he deserve the fight?
No.
Does Gilbert
Yes.
Burns deserve the fight? Yes,
No.
no.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everyone
Ryan?
else,
Ryan says yes. Vinny?
literally everyone else that would have fought turned it down. So yeah,
I think yes. I think he deserves it. He's a Go ahead.
Jorge turned it down. Leon turned it down. Who's next? Gilbert.
He just beat the number one. He's on a 6-fight win streak.
Jorge
He
deserves it
shouldn't have
more.
been number one.
He's on a
Hor-
6-fight win streak.
Jorge
shouldn't have
deserves
been
it
number
more.
one.
The
Jorge
only
turned it
people-
down.
the only
He
people
finished
who deserve
he
it more
finished
turned it
Damian
down.
Maia.
Yeah.
He's on a 6-fight win streak and just beat the number one contender in the world.
Exactly what Vinny just said.
Former champion.
The two people who deserve it more than Burns turned it down.
But did they deserve it more?
Yes.
Yeah, Leon absolutely. He's on an 8-fight win
Okay. Jorge?
Yes.
streak. Jorge? Yeah.
Does he
was
deserve it more
fighter
than
of-
Burns?
Fighter of the year last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I know the hype
What,
and
fastest knockout.
Sure.
BMF, all that
Okay,
shit. Yeah.
sure.
It's BMF was practically interim.
Still
interim
though,
welterweight.
does that 6-fight win streak?
Against what? Burns?
Gilbert Burns 6-fight win streak in 2 years.
Who's he
6
fighting?
fights in 2 years.
Who's he fighting?
That is impressive.
Damian Maia, Tyron Woodley. Who did he beat before that?
That's the last two.
That was the last two. Those were the only two like
This is in
really.
the last 2 years.
But I think Masvidal deserves it more. Masvidal deserves it
fuck.
more. Hang on.
All right, let me look it up.
Let's go to pay. Letlet's look at this pay. Okay, so
$2 million.
hang on.
Okay, but listen to me. Okay, so every other
DC gets 750
Hang on.
grand.
You said
great.
you said he
Okay,
could talk.
so every other industry in the world,
I did.
as time goes on, money makes more. Especially sports, you're gonna make more money as time goes on. Fucking revenue comes in, everything goes up. Chael Sonnen made $8 million for his fight with Anderson Silva, however many years ago. How the hell are they not getting paid at least $10 million?
Really?
For
He
every
made
single
$8
fight.
million?
He made $8 million off that fight.
Wow.
Who?
Is that the
Chael
second
Sonnen.
one? Is that the second fight?
I don't know, probably. It makes absolutely no sense that these guys are not getting paid at least $10 million. If you're fighting for a title, you should be making at least $10 million strictly from the UFC.
I mean, I feel like Chukagian should have made $10 million against Shevchenko.
Maybe not as a contender, but if you're... She also wasn't the main event. Main event of that was Dominic Reyes and John Jones.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, I get what you're saying about fighters, well, even athletes making more as time goes on. Every other sport right now, they're cutting all their athletes' funds because of the pandemic and stuff. They're asking them to take a 30% cut on all.
All right.
Well, they're asking them to take a cut prorated to the games that they're playing. They're not asking them to take just like a cut off the top, just be like, fuck yourself.
I mean, they have
Gilbert
contracts,
Burns.
so
That's what
He
I mean.
beat
Well, but so
Oliver
did UFC
Albin
fighters.
Mercier.
that's no one.
Then
Yeah,
he
that's
beat.
when he was at
Then he
lightweight,
beat
right?
Mike Davis.
Who?
Exactly.
Mike Davis. Then he beat Alexei Kunchenko. Then he
Who?
beat Gunnar Nelson. Then he
Oh,
beat.
okay.
I forgot about that.
Then he
one,
beat
yeah.
Gunnar Nelson. Then he beat
yeah, that
Damian
lost me
Maia. Then
money,
he beat
that
Tyron
motherfucker.
Woodley.
So really, his last three.
His last three were good. but
Yeah.
meh.
I feel
Alexei Kunchenko.
okay. So I've never heard of that.
Is that the same as taking out Darren Till, Ben Askren, and Nate Diaz?
No. Exactly. Masvidal.
Unanimous decision.
Okay, so
Especially because he finished all those guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so Masvidal's pay.
Two legit KOs.
Yeah, very legit.
and a TKO.
Masvidal's pay is a combination of two different things. His guaranteed show money, which is what the UFC is offering him, which is supposedly $2 million or whatever it may be, plus the pay-per-view buys. If they took that, okay, how much he made total, the pay-per-view buys and the show money total in his last fight, and they just guaranteed him that in this fight, he probably would have taken it because he's going to get less pay-per-view buys in this fight. He's going to get less pay-per-view buys
Who
fighting
knows, though?
Usman. I think so.
I don't think it's just going to be.
I
for
think
him,
it's
though.
fucking bullshit, and he should just take the fucking $2 million fucking dollars and fight for
See, that's-
the
No,
fucking.
but then there's
That's
fight
great.
for the fucking belt.
But
dude.
then
That's
there's
great,
But then
but
there's the pay-per-view
can't
buys.
just-
The pay-per-view buys is not going to be the same fighting Usman as it will be as when he fought Diaz.
Right,
He's going to
it's
make
not.
less.
It's just it's just that
He would make less.
Diaz is more of a pull.
You
Yeah,
never
for
make less
sure,
money
yeah.
than you did in your last fight, especially
But
fighting
again,
for the
that's
title.
not going to be the main event
You're
of that
fighting
card.
for the title, but
That's not going to be the main event of that card. They'll stick it on a card with like 3 other fucking championship belts.
They would have stuck it on 251.
Exactly.
The only reason
And it would have been your main
What
event.
card is it on right now? That's
What?
the card it was.
Isn't it the one that's on in like
going to be on?
July-
3 weeks or whatever?
July
and it's the
11th.
one with 2 other title fights.
Yeah,
on
and
it?
it's the main event.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's the main event. He
Great.
would have been main event.
Is it the main?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got Holloway and then you got the
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Jan
it goes
and
by weight
Aldo.
class. That's the main event.
Regardless
It's
of whether
highest.
I agree with Jorge's decision.
Co-main is
I
Holloway
think he
Volkanovski
really fucked
too,
himself.
and the fight before that is
Jan and
Jan
Aldo.
and Jose Aldo.
I think he really fucked himself here by not taking the fight.
I think he did
'cause
too. I think it was stupid.
I think instead of just getting pay-per-view buys and show money, whatever he won total in his last fight, they should just guarantee him that in this fight with no pay-per-view buys or nothing. Like, oh, you made $3 million total last fight. That's how much you make now. No pay-per-view buys. That's how much you make now. That would have been okay.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You can't just no.
he's gonna make less money
It's
this
like,
fight.
Your purse is $2 million plus whatever you get in pay-per-view.
Yeah, and he's gonna make less.
$2 million.
This
is
fight.
not enough.
Right.
He would
It's
make- he
less
would-
of a draw, probably.
Yeah,
maybe.
so why would
I
you
will see
take
how many-
that?
Also, UFC is the only fucking sports organization going, and there's 3 title fights on this card. Maybe it's gonna be more. You know,
It
we
won't
don't know.
be.
$2
Probably
million
not.
still not enough.
Dude, probably not as much as fighting Nate Diaz for
Exactly.
the bad motherfucker
It's
belt.
less money.
But okay, your purse is the same. It's up to you, fellas. Sell the fucking whatever the pay per view buys are. That's
Against
what it is.
Usman, you're not gonna sell.
But what I'm saying is like he's getting paid the same from the organization, and then he's getting a piece of whatever
Less-
they are able to sell.
He's getting
But what
less
he gets
pay-per-view.
paid is
Probably
not
yes.
enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. The
So
guy's
He
still
needs to
getting
get
over-
paid more.
The guy's still
Exactly.
getting millions of
He
dollars.
needs to get paid.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
You
good for him.
you make
Alright.
you have to
Well,
make.
I
If you
think
are
it's
one of the
fucking
top
stupid.
5 at something that you do in the world, you deserve to get paid like it. And
Yeah.
$2 million is not getting paid like it.
How do we know that? UFC spent 20 okay. UFC in 2 weeks spent $20 million
Mm-hmm.
on putting all these fights together.
And a few years ago, they made
20 million.
$4.2 billion.
Yeah, that's what they were bought for.
$4.2 billion.
That's what they were bought for. It's not what they made. That's what they were bought for.
billion.
That's what they were bought for, not what they made.
That was
Jorge-
the fucking
bought for.
cherry on top that you're talking about. Them
Yeah,
spending.
that's what they were bought for, not what they made. They still have to fucking nut that all the time.
Hori.
You know what I want to know?
They also have not fired anyone or reduced any single fighter's pay since this whole COVID thing has been going on. They haven't fired anyone, any staff member. Not one staff member has been fired,
How
and
much
they
do you
haven't
think that
reduced
cost them?
any fighter pay whatsoever.
So
How much do you think that cost?
I think it's crazy around this time to be asking for. You're getting for one fight. You're getting who the fuck knows $4 or $5 million.
What was
They need to
Jorge
make
making
more.
last
I think you
year?
take the fight. I think you
What
take
did
the fight.
what did he make when he fought
I think you take the
Till?
fight.
You know, like he's making significantly more money now.
then when he fought Till, I
Yeah,
agree.
absolutely.
I agree. He's definitely making more, but he made more his last fight.
You
He
think
should
he
make
made
as much.
You think he made $1 million for the Till fight?
Fuck no.
You think he made 500,000?
Fuck no.
500.
think so?
I think
bet-
500.
I bet he makes 100 and 100, maybe.
I think 500 total.
Fuck no.
Against Till?
Chael, I listened to Chael's son. He said the minimum, the very minimum right now. As
When
a
he
fighter,
fought Nate Diaz, his purse was $2 million plus pay per view.
Okay.
So he made at least $2 million plus whatever the fuck for pay per view.
Right.
That's not enough.
So they're saying like, we'll give you what you made.
He should make at least
We'll
that.
give you what you made for Nate. We'll give you the $2 million plus whatever you get for the pay per view.
Yeah, and he should make at least that guaranteed in this
You
fight.
can't just do that as a business. You
You
can't just
can.
do that.
There's some
Because you don't know what the buys are going to be. So you
Hang
know,
on.
like, you know what? Our pay-per-views are probably already going to be less. So we'll give you the $2 million up front.
hold out.
And then whatever you guys make for pay-per-view, you get the same cut you got when you fought Nate Diaz.
Hang on. He knows that he's gonna make less in pay-per-view buys against Usman than he did against Diaz.
Okay.
How does he
great.
know that though? Especially in the
Because
time
it's
that we're
Usman
in. Well, but
against
you're
Diaz.
not okay. But
So he
Buffalo
chooses,
Wild
so, in
Wings,
which he chose not to make the fight, and I think that was
Listen
fucking
to this.
stupid
This
on
is
his
gonna
part. 'cause
blow
now he
your
doesn't get
mind.
paid
You
at all,
ready?
and now he doesn't get make shit.
Hey, this is going to blow your mind. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
Jorge made 66,000 to show, 66,000 to win when he beat Till. He got an extra $100,000 for fight of the night and performance of the night bonus. So he
220.
didn't make jack shit.
He made under
Well,
a
he
quarter
made-
mil.
He made 66 and 66 for that fight.
Which-
aside
which is
from
what?
bonuses.
Under a quarter mil.
It's a
$132,000.
$120.
$132,000 plus $100,000 on top of that for fight of the night and
Yeah,
performance
so
of the night.
232,000. Yeah, just under a quarter mil.
So you make 200 and whatever the fuck I just said.
$240,000 or something.
Yeah, so he made like $240,000 when he fought Till.
Yeah.
and then when he fought Nate, he made $2 million.
So he went up, and he needs to keep on going up.
But like a ridiculous amount. He made $260,000, then he made $2 million, and now they're still offering him the $2 million plus pay-per-view buys.
He's
and
making
he said
less.
No.
He's making less money against Usman than he
No
would.
shit, because Usman is not fucking Nate Diaz.
Exactly.
Right. Which makes fucking sense, dude. It's like you're not fighting Nate Diaz, you're fighting the fucking champ, which is Kamaru Usman, but he's not quite the draw that fucking Nate Diaz is. So you're fighting a different person.
Jorge's fault.
Great. It's no one's fault. It's not the UFC's fault. It is what it is. You take your $2 million plus whatever the fuck you get on top of that, and you fight for the fucking title.
Why?
Because otherwise you get nothing, and some other fucking guy fights for the title.
Just because you tell me
some
to.
other guy who has less of a fucking name, who might beat Usman, now has the title,
I just
and
don't
you don't want to
understand
fight him anymore, so I guess I won't fight anyone.
Because...
I guess I just won't fight at all.
I think the
I
bottom
guess, you
line
know what?
is
I just won't fight anybody.
Your wife's gonna get mad.
Jorge signed
I
a
don't fucking care
contract.
right now.
Jorge signed a contract,
piss.
and they're only obligated to
piss.
pay
Excuse
him
me,
whatever
please.
that is.
I think it's stupid.
I just never understand defending billionaires.
I'm on your side, by the way.
Just defending billionaires.
I don't get it. I'm on your side.
I will never understand it.
All I know is I don't think this was smart for Jorge because I think the UFC can and will try to fuck him now. They're only obligated to pay him whatever they agree to in that contract. They don't have to give him big fights. They can be dicks.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's the problem with the whole thing, is that nobody ever fights back against it. Now you've got a bunch of his premier fighters are going, fuck you, dude. Because you got Conor saying, all right, I'm retired. You got Henry Cejudo saying, all right, I'm retired. You got John Jones saying, all right, fuck it, I'm out.
The thing is,
you got Jorge saying, all right, I'm out.
There's always going to be those Herbert Burnses of the division. There's
but nobody gives a shit about him.
Gilbert.
Oh, yeah, Gilbert. Sorry.
Exactly. You don't even know his fucking name.
No, that's his brother's name.
No, I know. But that's what I mean. You can't tell the difference. You don't know about, like, Austin McGregor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody fucking cares.
Is there an Austin?
No.
Oh.
Just made that up.
I was like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you've got big names and people care about it, but that Burns fight is not going to be anything like people draw. Like, you're saying that the Jorge fight doesn't draw as well because it's against Usman. Well, the Burns fight is not going to draw shit.
True.
Yeah,
because at least those two, at least Masvidal and Usman got into a war of words at the Super Bowl this past year.
That would have
and
sold
those two
more.
legitimately don't like each other.
They would have.
And Masvidal will talk.
Mm-hmm. That fight would have sold more than Burns versus Usman. I agree.
And I'll tell you too, and this is not wonderful, but if you're trying to sell this in America, Gilbert doesn't have fantastic English.
No.
So it's sometimes tough to sell those fights.
Gilbert's not a good sell.
That's what
he's just not a good sell against anyone.
He's just too new. He's just now getting sort of known.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I remember watching him getting his ass whooped. That's when you think of when you say Gilbert Burns, to me, I remember him getting his ass whooped. I forgot against who. It might have been his second or third fight in the UFC, but he was getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I hear Gilbert Burns. I'm like, hey, you guys know Gilbert Burns? I'm like, oh yeah, the guy that was on the bottom getting his ass whooped with zero cardio. Granted, he's gotten a lot better since then, but that's what I remember. Right. Same as when people say Michael Johnson versus Dustin Poirier. Oh yeah, Michael Johnson knocked his ass out. That's what I remember. Even though Dustin Poirier is like fucking phenomenal now, that's what I remember. Mm-hmm. Same with Gilbert Burns. He's just not a sell. Not a sell.
Gilbert Burns is not a sell.
Not a sell.
I agree.
Not a sell.
I agree.
And that's why you give Jorge Masvidal more money, because he'll make you more money than Gilbert Burns will.
He will give you. You are giving him more money. Who knows how the fuck much
You're
Gilbert
not giving
Burns
more
is
money.
getting up front, but they offer Jorge Masvidal $2 million up front.
But that's not more.
That's not enough.
That's not more.
And
more
it's
than
not
Gilbert
enough.
Burns.
Yeah, Gilbert Burns is going to make $500,000. It's going to
Yeah.
be $500,000.
And Jorge Masvidal is going to make $2 million.
Yeah.
Plus whatever he
That's not
sells in
enough.
pay-per-view.
$2 million's not enough. $2 million's not
Plus
enough.
whatever he sells in pay-per-view.
That's not enough.
Which is less than his last fight.
Probably.
Exactly, and he's fighting for the title. He should be making
He's
more if you're
fighting a
fighting for the
different
title.
guy.
The thing I'm saying, though,
champ.
too, is that
If you're fighting the champ, you need to be making more.
That's true, too.
When you think of how much money these guys should be getting paid, think about this. The UFC sells on average, what is it, like a few 100 million pay-per-views, right? Isn't it? Or a few 100,000
No,
pay-per-views.
100,000. Yeah.
And that's at like $65 a pop. Like they make a lot of fucking money.
Sure they do.
So
Well,
they,
think
they
about
can-
it
They also have
now.
a huge nut.
Paying him
They
$250,000
got
more.
a huge nut up front.
Paying him $250,000 more.
I'm not saying fighters shouldn't be paid more. I just think if you're making $2 million plus pay-per-view to fight for the title, just take the fight. That's
not
all
enough.
I'm saying.
It's not enough.
It's like, I think you should take the fight. You know what? And if you don't, that's his prerogative. I'm not mad at him for not taking the fight. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't
seem like
give
you
a
do.
shit.
Yeah,
Seem
really
like you
does.
do.
No. Let me fucking finish. I don't give a shit if he fights for the title or not. If he wants more money, good for you, Jorge. Go out and get more money. But right now, you fucked yourself out of a title shot because $2 million plus
enough.
pay-per-view wasn't enough money for you. Too bad.
Yep.
All I'm saying
not
is,
enough.
great, fine. I don't feel bad for him. That's all I'm saying. I don't feel bad for you because that wasn't enough money for you. Great, good for you. You feel like you're worth more? Get your more that you're worth. Good for you. That's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm not mad at him for not taking the fight. I think it's fucking stupid. But I'm not mad at him for not doing it. I don't care. Gilbert Burns was more than willing to say, I'll take a fucking title fight for this much money, whatever the fuck he's going to get. Good for him. And I don't feel bad for Jorge that he didn't get offered more than $2 million plus pay-per-view.
I do
don't
feel
care.
bad.
I don't feel bad for him.
I do feel.
I think I do
I
too.
don't feel bad for him.
I feel bad.
Well, fuck you guys then.
Isn't that a way to debate?
I mean,
You guys have an opinion?
No,
Fuck
I'm
you.
kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, for real.
I feel bad for
I'm
him
joking.
because he does deserve to have more.
All right.
He deserves it. No matter how much he's
Well,
making, he
sure,
deserves
maybe
to
he
make
does.
more.
Maybe he does.
I
He
mean,
does. He's a top level.
Also, UFC has no gate right now, so they're taking in way
that-
less.
oh,
money.
UFC has a lot of fucking money.
I'm not
Dude, and
denying they have a
that
lot.
Paying
of money.
him what he's deserved,
That
paying
gate's
him
a
what he's
drop in the
deserved
fucking
does not
bucket,
hurt them
too.
at all.
They literally every fight card they give away $200,000 in just performance.
That's it.
That gate's a drop in the
200
fucking
grand.
bucket.
That's it.
too.
They don't even have a gate anymore, and they're still paying
Yeah,
people
again,
what they
that's a
They're
drop in the
normally
fucking
pay.
bucket, though.
they're making so much money.
Sure, they're making
They have a
money.
TV deal with ESPN.
Give
have to
more
make
to the
money.
fighters. Yeah, but you don't give more to your fighters, and they'll actually fight.
Sure, maybe they should.
Because they're
I'm
not paying their
saying they
fighters
shouldn't
enough?
Pay people more. That's not what I'm saying.
Saying you're losing a lot of your fighters right now.
Yeah, because you're not paying them enough.
Well,
John Jones gone, supposedly. Henry Cejudo gone, supposedly. Conor McGregor gone.
the fact that
supposedly.
Cejudo can retire at 31 years old just proves how much fucking money he made. How much did he make?
You can still budget.
How much did he
well,
make?
dude.
Why isn't he telling anyone how much he made? Because he probably made millions of fucking dollars.
Not as much
Yeah.
as I don't think
Millions of dollars.
I don't think he's made as much as Masvidal.
Oh, I bet he has.
How much the
Really?
Masvidal
Henry
made? We don't
Cejudo?
know the
Yeah.
exact
2
numbers
million.
because you know why we don't know the exact numbers? None of these fighters who are bitching have come out and said exactly how much they make because they don't want people to know.
John Jones makes
How-
$5 million.
Well, no,
Yeah, but
okay,
is it
okay. Because
straight
listen,
up,
because
though?
regardless
Yeah,
of
do you
anything
Do you
that
know
fucking
exactly
happens,
how much money they
John
make?
Jones-
You can look at the salaries of everybody paid for every event. After
John-
Salaries though.
no,
How
it's
much
not,
have they made
it's not
after
public
that? How much
information.
have
That's
they-
what they decide
how
to
much
release.
have-
That's not real.
Yeah, like they've made probably way the fuck more than what that's,
No,
that's
I
even
doubt
said
it.
that they've made. I,
I
bet
doubt
they have.
It. I doubt it very much.
Then why aren't the fighters saying I've made this much
No,
and
because
the UFC
listen,
made
because
this much
listen,
and I should
because
make this
every
much more?
NBA player, every NFL player gets paid what they get fucking paid, and every single fan is like, "Fuck you" when they ask for more money. And so it doesn't matter if we know how much they get paid or not. You're still gonna have a segment of people that go, "Fuck you! You make a lot more money than I do. You should do it for less."
If
More
And
money
so
than
it
I'll
just
make in my
doesn't-
entire life.
Again, but that's
In one
great.
fight.
But he's the top
That's great.
5 person in what he does in the
Sure,
world.
I agree.
he deserves more.
That's why he deserves to get paid.
He deserves
that
more.
much.
Okay, I'm not saying he doesn't, but like the fact that he didn't just take what he was offered, I think like
Because he
dude,
deserves
you,
more.
You had a shot at the title with $2 million plus whatever you're
not
able to
enough,
rake in for
though.
pay per view.
But that's what I mean. That's
Take the
not
fucking
enough.
fight.
How come he made?
Why?
How
You
come he
love
made more?
fighting. You want to fight.
No, he likes money.
You know what? You can be. You can be a champion.
He has totally
I'll
said
give
that.
you. I'll give you $2 million.
He made $2
Plus,
million.
You haven't been
I'll
listening.
give you $2 million plus.
Then you have
pay-per-view.
not been listening to Jorge.
Be the champ and then renegotiate.
Then you
your
have
contract.
not been listening to Jorge for the last 2 years because he
I have
said,
been.
"I want that money."
Sure,
I
no.
want that money.
And
he
it's like-
does
And
not
he went
care.
from 260,000 to 2 million.
Okay.
And now he
Plus
needs more.
pay-per-view and a shot at the championship belt. And he said, no, fuck off.
Then
I'm good."
because
That's
he's
not
making
enough
less. Because he in his last fight he didn't get the welterweight title shot, and he made
sucks for
more
him.
than when he's fighting for the title, the world title. You're making less.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
He figured out the Conor
Makes no
McGregor
sense.
model, which is you get sponsored by somebody and they go, wait a minute, why the fuck am I making 6 times as much from some random tequila company as I'm making from the person who's supposed to pay my checks?
UFC needs to pay them more,
Yeah.
and they can. They can.
Think about this, Will. Okay. Jorge's been fighting for the UFC for years and Strikeforce for years and years and years, and he, for that Darren Till fight, was making 60 and 60. Sean O'Malley's been with the UFC for about 3 years, and he's already making 40 and 40. So you can kind of see why Jorge's a little pissed off about not.
Yeah, but there's more money. What are you talking about Strikeforce for? UFC, there's more money to be dished out.
So
No,
pay it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
like,
he's-
So
after
pay it.
all
He's
these
making-
Why is he
years-
not making
after
any?
all these years, Jorge.
He went from making 80 and 80 to
deserves.
fucking 2 million.
But he needs more.
That's not a huge jump,
That's
though.
why he's pissed when they're trying to give him less.
Not a huge jump, dude. It's
No.
a fucking like 600% jump.
McGregor
in,
and Khabib
fucking-
Okay.
made way more than 2 million.
Think about when you go from where
Yeah,
somebody
Khabib
is
made
at
two-
a company
Because
to,
they
like,
sold that
the
much
top
in
of the
pay-per-view, which had nothing to do with UFC. It was the two fighters that were involved. It was the interest of the people. It's like fucking supply and demand. If 2 million people buy the pay-per-view, you're going to make $30 million. If 600,000 people buy the pay-per-view, you're going to make your 2 million plus another 6 million on top of it. You're not going to make $30 million because there's not that much money
Hang on.
that was paid to the pay-per-view that you were on.
Okay, but then ESPN also pays them to put it on TV, which is another exorbitant
ESPN
amount
pays
of
them.
money.
When you're the best in the world, you don't go off of supply and demand. You go off of your last fight.
You're
You
not
always
the best in the world. You're in the conversation. He's really good. He's electrifying.
He's
got
just
a-
saying
that.
the upper echelon.
that.
Yeah, he's worth
Yeah,
a lot
that.
of money.
that.
He's-
So
of course
he
he's worth a lot of
so he
money.
should always make at least what he did in his last fight. Always.
As long as he's performing.
I think that's a flawed way of looking at things.
I don't think LeBron
No,
James
because that's
ever.
the way it works
This
all the
company
time.
made $4 million this year. And then the next year they made $3.8 million. Oh, they failed. They fucked up. They're gone. They still made $3.8 million. Even if they made less than they made
they
the
would
year
be
before,
upset. They would be
it doesn't
upset.
mean they didn't make a profit. They just made less profit.
They would be upset because
Of
they
course
went
they would.
down.
I fucking
That's
think that's a
business.
flawed way of looking
It's
at things.
business.
Right.
Masvidal's
It's
looking at
business.
this like
The
business.
guy you're fighting doesn't draw as much, so you make less fucking money.
business.
You still made $2 million. Plus whatever
it's
on top
Funny
of
for
that.
business.
somebody that said they don't care about this.
No, it's
No,
business.
we're just going in circles. So I'm getting irritated because we're going in fucking circles.
It's business.
Like what I'm saying is what I've been saying the whole time. Like I can't say it any differently. I don't
but
know.
it's wrong.
I don't understand. I don't. Okay.
Business.
You can't just say it's wrong. It's a different opinion. It doesn't make me wrong.
You
I'm
just
not
said, "Fuck
wrong.
you," like 5
You're
minutes
not
ago.
wrong. Jorge's not wrong. Dana White's not fucking wrong.
No, Dana
it
White's
just
wrong
is
with
the
it.
way it is.
Dana White's definitely
That's
wrong.
all I'm saying, and it gets frustrating because you're like, no, I need to fucking agree with you or I'm fucking wrong. Like, no, we just disagree. We all disagree. I think what he makes, he should. I think he should have taken the fight. That's all I think. I think he should have taken the fight. If he doesn't want to, I don't fucking care. I'll watch Gilbert Burns fight for the title. That's fine. I don't
won't.
fucking care, dude. I don't care. I'm not upset that Jorge didn't take it. If he wants to get more money, good luck with that. I hope he gets more money. I hope he gets $10 million in his next fight. I hope he gets $30 million. I'm not saying I don't think he should,
get 30
or I hope he doesn't.
he fights
I just
Conor,
think
he'll get 10.
in the current
least.
times and what's going on, I wish he would have taken the fight, but he didn't. Fine. Let's watch Gilbert Burns fight.
Do you
for
understand
the
why he
title.
didn't
I
take the
don't fucking
fight?
care.
Do you understand why he didn't take the
Of
fight?
course I fucking understand why he didn't take it. I've been saying that the whole time. I get it. That's why I'm getting fucking frustrated, dude. I get it. I get it.
You're saying it was a stupid
I
move.
hope he makes more.
You're saying it was a stupid move to not take
I
the fight.
think it was, but who gives a fuck? Why do you care if I think it was stupid or not? Like, you guys want to argue for 30 minutes because I think it was fucking stupid?
We're debating.
Who cares?
Isn't that the point of this?
I guess so, but like, you're all attacking. I feel like you're all attacking me, and then you get mad at me when we're like,
for the
oh, dude, you say you don't care. Like, I don't care.
Well, because you're the only one.
But like when you repeat yourself 7 times in a row, like yeah, I'm getting a little worked up. But like I'm not mad at anyone. I'm not mad at you guys. I'm not mad at Jorge. I don't give a
screaming.
fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
Your veins are fucking.
It's because we're in a little... Well, fuck, dude. How many times I gotta explain myself to you? Understand what I'm saying? I feel like no one understands what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
It just makes
okay.
absolutely no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, then we just disagree. We disagree.
Well,
Let's
no,
move on.
I don't
Let's move
understand
on.
how you can go,
Let's move on, then.
Let's make this much money, and then later I want to make less money.
Look, I don't think LeBron James
Nobody
has
wants
ever
to make
taken
less
a
money,
coach-
but there's less money to be made because the fight you're on.
But there isn't.
But there is.
There isn't.
But there is.
Because the UFC can make up for the difference.
You're not selling as many pay-per-views, so there's less
So you
fucking
make
money
more-
from the
so you make
pay-per-views,
more
so you
show.
make less money.
So you make more show.
No, dude, that's not the way it fucking works.
You make more show.
It's not the way it works.
It sucks. So he didn't fight. Good for him.
Well, but again, okay, so his pay-per-view
So
buys
he
can
said,
be
you know
less,
what?
but his
I
base
deserve
pay
more,
should
and the
go
UFC
up.
said no.
His base pay should go up. That's the only thing.
And it didn't. Good for him. He didn't take the fight. He made the right choice then.
Yeah,
You did.
he did.
Right. And
you-
I'm
do you agree?
saying, as a fight fan, I don't like that because I like to see him fight. Because I'd rather see him fight.
You're not
And
gonna.
that's exactly
the
why
other
these
fucking
guys.
guys
You'll
fight.
never
That's
see-
exactly why these
But that's
guys
not what
won't
he's doing,
post
and
how much
good
money
for
they
him.
make.
Good
You'll
for
ne-
him.
It's
You'll
because
never-
of that.
Yeah.
You'll
It's
never
because
see.
people will say, "I don't give a shit about anything that you do. Just fight."
You'll never see him fight again for less money. You're never gonna
Okay.
see him fight again.
I don't
Alright,
think
well,
he should
that
fight
sucks.
for less money.
That sucks.
I don't know if this power move was the right thing to do though, because I think they'll try to fuck him. But
They'll
yeah,
try.
no, I think he deserves. Like, I mean, if we're just comparing apples to apples, like if any one of us walked into work tomorrow and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're gonna be doing the same work, but we're gonna pay you a lot less money," we would all be pissed off, just justified. So, like,
Yep.
like so. It's
And the
like,
exact same thing is happening with Jorge Masvidal in the UFC. The exact same thing is happening.
It's not the same because if they were like, you know what, you ran 100,000 pieces of mail yesterday and you made $26 an hour. I'm still gonna pay you that $26 an hour, but if you run 500,000 pieces of mail instead of 1,000,000, I'm gonna pay you that 500,000 pieces of mail.
That's just
And
what
be
your
like,
coworker
you know
does.
what? Okay, that's fair.
And
but
they
like,
still make
yeah,
as much
But if
money.
I'm working with this piece of shit, and he runs slower than me than I ran yesterday, then I'm gonna make less. And you're like, well, yeah, it's kind of just the way it is. And you're like, I don't agree with that. Fuck you. You walk out. Good for you. But at the same time, from a business standpoint, well, the person you worked with, like, they're running less mail, and like, so like you're working with them, and I'm sorry you're working with them. Like that sucks. But like, they're
again,
the
that's
champ,
your
right?
fault.
They're the champ right now. And they bring in less, so like you're gonna get paid less. And like I don't
Why?
mean to pay less, but like you're bringing in less money, so you're gonna get less.
I'm not
money.
bringing in less money. They're bringing in less money.
And that's the person you're fighting because you want to be the champ, or you don't, or you just you know what you feel like you deserve more, and you're like I'd rather not.
But again,
That's your and that's
you're talking,
fine.
but the
that's
difference-
fine though.
but the
that's
difference-
good for him. That's fine. That's fine.
this is why you can't debate. Is because
That's
you just
fine.
scream over the top of people.
No, but that's fine. I'm saying it's okay.
no, but that's and now there's no reason to even talk about it.
Exactly, because I'm saying it's fine.
No, because you're not making any sense.
Will, hang on.
You're not
hang
making
on.
any sense.
Hang on.
No,
Will,
okay. So that difference that you're talking about,
Yeah.
that's not in his base pay. That difference is in his pay-per-views. Fucking sweet.
Right.
His base pay should go up.
I don't think his base pay should stay his base pay.
Why?
Because that's his fucking base pay. He signed his name. He signed his name.
Okay,
in
so
a
if you-
contract.
but
He
if
said,
you
this
get-
is how much I get every fight.
And you get promoted at work, you don't want to make any more money?
What?
You get promoted at work, you don't want to make any more money?
You make the pay per view. You make the pay per view that you make.
That doesn't make any sense.
he's not gonna make
I
more
think he
money during this
Okay,
fight.
so
he's just
he's
not
not.
against
He's
Usman.
10th or whatever.
He signed
He's
a contract.
15th. He's 15th.
He signed a contract. He did, dude. He signed a contract.
He's gonna make less money. You should never make less money.
I just don't get this siding with the billionaires.
I'm not siding with the billionaires.
You are.
I'm just no.
You're going, he shouldn't make more money.
I'm not saying he
has
shouldn't make more.
increased his
I'm not
his
saying he shouldn't
availability for
make
the
more.
company. He has increased the company's value.
I hope
but
he
he
makes
shouldn't
more.
make any more money.
I hope he makes more money.
No, you don't. You just said
I
that.
do hope he
You
makes.
said
Don't
it'd be
tell me I
stupid.
don't.
You would
You
say it would
just
be
said it.
stupid if
It'd
he
be
made
stupid
more.
to not take the fight, but if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to.
You just said he shouldn't make
In
more money.
my opinion, I would take the fight. If he doesn't want to, that's great.
for
Good
less
for
money
him.
than you
But
made
he
in the
shouldn't
last
make
fight.
more
Good
money.
for him then. Good. That's great. I hope he
But
gets more. I hope he
make-
makes $30 million his next fight.
Hang
I hope
on.
he can. I
You
hope
would-
he's able to renegotiate
I'm
his
so
contract and get
confused.
more money.
You would make
I
less
I
money
hope he
in,
can make
in this
more.
fight. You would make less money
Yeah.
fighting some guy than you just did in your last fight.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You would
I make
take
less.
you would take a fight
Wait,
for.
do I still get my $2 million straight up front though?
You would take less money.
Yeah, you still get your $2 million, but like if
X
you know,
amount.
if you sell less pay-per-views,
But you just got a promotion.
if the pay-per-views are less, you're gonna make less, but you're
But
still
you
gonna
just
make at
got a
least your $2
promotion.
million.
Why
plus
would I
whatever
make
you
the
get.
same
Like,
amount that I just made
Alright.
if I just got a promotion?
He wasn't even champ in his
you
last
either
fight.
agree or disagree with it.
He
It is
wasn't
what it is.
he wasn't champ in
It
his
is
last
what
fight.
it is. You either agree or disagree. I don't. It's whatever.
I'm just trying to figure out
I
why
hope he
you would
can.
get a
I hope he
promotion and not make any
renegotiates
more
his
money.
contract and makes $20 million his next fight, or more. I hope he makes $100 million his next fight. I hope he does. I hope every fighter makes more money. I hope they do.
I really feel like every fighter should always make the exact same amount as in their last fight
Okay.
or more.
As long as they continue to do well.
Yes. If
All right.
he didn't lose his last fight, he
No.
won his last fight,
He did. Yeah, absolutely. Cut him open. It was good.
and then
great.
make less money in his next fight. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
It just doesn't make any sense. To win your last fight and then make less money your
'Cause
next
it's
fight
based off of sales.
doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter?
No, because again, you're not talking
Because you
about
can-
that.
because
We're
you
talking
can
about the
increase the
base.
base.
We're not talking about his fucking pay-per-views.
Because you can increase the base
haven't
to equal.
gotten that the
I'm
whole
not saying he's going to make more money in this fight. I'm not saying that he should make more money in the Usman fight than he did against the Diaz fight. He should
pay-per-views.
he should make at least the same amount. I'm not saying he should make more.
They offered him the same amount.
No.
They
No,
did.
because everyone knows
Yes,
the pay-per-views
they
are going to be
did.
less. The pay-per-views are going to be less.
Right.
The total
they didn't
amount,
offer
the
him the
total
same
amount,
amount.
the
Right.
total amount is going to
Yup.
be less in this fight than in his last fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan is
That
saying
doesn't
that
make
from
sense.
his last
Right.
fight, his whole entire paycheck, including the pay-per-views, pay him that plus the pay-per-views
His
from
total
his next
purse.
fight.
Okay.
His
Good
total
luck with that. It didn't work out. Now he's not fighting.
Okay.
That sucks. That's all I'm saying.
the total purse.
Good luck with that. It didn't work. Fuck, that sucks.
Your total purse should never go down, unless if you win, your next purse should never be less than your previous purse.
Right, and it's not. It's the same.
The total purse
It's
is
the
going.
same because it's his contract.
The total purse.
Oh, the contract
total
is
his
purse.
purse plus pay-per-view.
Total purse.
Purse is what you
no,
get paid for
no,
the UFC.
no. Total purse is your
Purse.
pay-per-view buys plus your base pay. Total purse is base pay plus pay-per-view
And what
buys.
you're paid,
Your
you
total
should never
purse.
be less.
Yes, your
Right.
total purse.
And if the pay-per-views are less, that sucks. He was not willing to accept that, which is his prerogative as the name that he is, and he chose to not take the
His
fight. So they
total
gave it to
purse.
someone else.
His total purse would be less.
His total take home would be less. Yes, his total net pay would be less.
Exactly, and it
Most likely, we're assuming that it's going to sell less.
should, and it should
we're
never.
assuming he's going to sell less.
It
which
should
probably
never
will.
be less.
Yeah, well,
should never be
sucks that
less.
it sells less.
So you make up for that in
But
base
he's still
pay.
making the same amount in
In
his
base
base
pay.
pay. His base pay
But his
doesn't
total
go down.
purse would be less.
But we're not saying I'm going to pay you less. I'm going to pay you this much plus whatever you sell.
His
If
total-
if it sells less, of course you're going to make
the
less.
total purse comes from the UFC.
Yeah,
He doesn't get paid by the pay-per-view company. He gets paid by the UFC
based on percentage of pay-per-views sold
plus base pay.
plus his base pay, which didn't change.
Base pay has not changed.
Right.
Should
Right.
have.
Pay-per-view buys.
I agree. It shouldn't. It never should.
No,
ever.
no,
Ever.
it should have.
it should go
have.
up. It should go up to
Should
make
have
up,
gone up.
for the last pay-per-view buys.
That's the way it works when you get promoted.
He's now BMF champion.
All right.
They literally gave him a belt. He is now a champion.
All right. We also don't know how much he asked for. Like also that. Like how much more did he ask for? I don't know.
Did he ask for more?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
why
no,
he
he
didn't take the
definitely
fight because he asked for more.
Because he's getting less.
He probably asked for double.
Who the fuck
I wouldn't
knows?
be
Who the
surprised if
fuck
he
knows,
asked for double.
dude? I
I
don't
wouldn't be
know.
He's
surprised
definitely
if he asked
getting
for 4
less,
or 5
Dude,
million as a base pay.
it is what it is. I don't know. Like I wish he would have taken the fight. It sucks. I think you're already making $2 million plus whatever you sell in pay-per-view. Oh, you know what? Here's the next fight. It's for the championship. I get it. It's for the championship. I'm still gonna give you $2 million plus whatever you make in plus the same percentage you make in pay-per-view.
Never
buys.
give your employer an inch because they will take a mile. Never. Because if he beat Usman in his next fight, you think that he should make
When you're the
even
champion,
less?
when you're the champion,
He is.
It automatically.
He is
goes.
BMF. They literally gave him a title.
They said before the fight was even made, they said this is a one-time thing. It's not the same thing. They made that clear right up
So
front.
he should make
And I'd
less.
almost
Like the
guarantee that
BMF. I'm
Usman
not saying
makes
he
less
should
than
make
does.
less. I'm not saying he should make less. They offer him less money. By default, we're assuming, and we're probably right, we're assuming that this next card, which by the way has 3 title fights, including Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, Jose Aldo, Piotr Jan, fucking potentially, which could have been Jorge Masvidal and Kamaru Usman, is going to sell less money than the Nate Diaz fight with the BMF belt. Probably, but maybe not.
See,
But
the other thing that I don't know about that is because now you've got a bunch of people sitting at home that are not supposed to be getting together and gathering together. So you've got a bunch of individuals buying it instead of
also
6,
the
10,
UFC
20
has
people
no
getting
gate,
together.
and they've spent their expenses in the whole COVID thing with masks and the whole testing and everything has more than doubled. So their expenses have more than doubled to put on all these fights.
Yeah.
They're the only sports organization that's putting on
They're
live
okay.
shows right now.
They're okay.
You know,
They'll
I'm not
be
saying they're
That's what I
hurting.
mean.
financially they'll be
I'm not
okay.
saying they're hurting. I'm not saying
They're
they're going
not.
to go under and like
saying
fucking go out of business. But like, no, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is like their expenses have doubled and they're still going to pay in the same amount of money.
Whatever. They make a
Okay.
ton of money.
All right, great, fucking great. Okay,
So I don't.
let's fucking
I don't
move on
feel
from this
bad
because I
for
don't
them.
understand. This conversation is just
I don't feel
holy
bad
fuck,
for them.
dude.
4.2 billion.
My goodness. Yeah, good for him.
I don't feel
Alright.
bad.
I don't feel bad for him. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel bad.
Hey, Vinny.
I feel bad
Don't
for
feel bad for
Jorge.
anybody.
What's that?
I said fuck you.
Oh, okay.
I feel bad for Jorge.
No, I don't.
I do.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
I do.
Good. It sucks that he's not getting the shot, but he chose not to. That sucks.
It just doesn't make
It
sense.
sucks, but I don't feel bad for him.
It
I don't
just
feel bad
doesn't
for him
make
at all.
sense.
No, I do feel bad for him. It
Alright.
sucks.
Okay.
I feel bad for
him,
me
and I won't.
because I didn't get to watch Jorge baptize
Right?
some people.
That's fine.
I feel bad for me too.
You can feel bad for him.
Fucking Gilbert
I don't care that you
Burns.
don't feel bad for him. That's
Herbert?
That's fine. You can feel bad
Who?
for him. It's fine.
I don't even know.
Hubert
you got-
Burns
you got-
is the younger brother.
You
Gilbert
got-
Burns is fighting for the title.
It's not even Hubert. It's Herbert.
Herbert. Herbert Burns and Gilbert Burns.
See what I mean? That's why he doesn't deserve a title shot. Nobody knows
Gilbert.
his fucking name.
Hubert. Herbert.
He does. He
Nobody even cares.
he
It's a
deserves it
joke.
because the top 2 people up in front of him
Yeah.
chose not to fight. Justifiably.
Yeah.
At least
Justifiably,
What
absolutely.
fun backing
I agree.
your ass
I
into
agree.
that
It's fine.
championship fight.
I'm not unjustifying his choice to not fight.
you just said it was stupid.
Yeah. Who? Okay, great. One guy in his basement says it's stupid. Who fucking cares? I think it's stupid. Take the $2 million, take the pay-per-views, fight for the title.
It's justified but
Good for
stupid.
Yeah.
It's not enough money.
Okay. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Obviously, it wasn't enough. Okay.
It's not enough.
Whatever. Good.
It's not enough.
Fine.
It never
Whatever.
was. It will be.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fine. It's cool. Okay.
Poor Jorge.
So now that we
How
spent 40
fucking
minutes
far are we into
talking
this?
about
How
that,
fucking far are we into
do
this
we want to
right now?
wrap this up?
Oh my gosh.
I never wrap it up.
Oh god.
Well, neither do I. But...
What did we miss? Anything important though, for real? Anything we missed? Did we miss anything important?
We mentioned Connor
Big
retiring.
shit.
Uh,
I'm
Jones
pretty sure
leaving.
I mentioned Connor retiring.
Jones-
and Jones retiring.
Jones
and
leaving.
Cejudo retiring. And Jorge saying no, I'm good.
We covered Fight Island.
Yeah.
What else?
UFC.
Nick,
SCA.
we need nicknames for
Nick the nickname. Scarfo.
nickname.
That's what you're on YouTube. I don't know. What's your fucking last name, dude? Leave in the comments. What's your full last name? Scarfo? Is it Scarfo?
Put your social
Is
security
it
number down
fucking
there too.
Scarfo?
Yeah, right.
Give me your password for all your shit.
Date of birth.
And
What's
you know what?
your,
If you made it all the way to 2 minutes and 8 seconds, thank you.
2 hours.
2 hours
2 hours. I always do the minutes thing.
and 8
Thank you for
minutes.
everyone that's still watching or listening.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Subscribe, comment, like, share.
Like. Don't forget the like. Like is huge. Give us a like and the sub. The like and the sub. That's all we care about.
Go donate to Jorge's Patreon.
Jorge needs more money.
The GoFundMe.
He's broke as fuck, yo. He's only a millionaire. See ya.
Epstein didn't kill him.
Bye.